Good evening, listeners, and welcome along to the TUS Gaelic Grounds here in Limerick City for this Munster U20 Hurling Final. Tipperary taking on Clare, and your coverage on Tipp FM is with thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre. Well, it's a fine evening for now in Limerick. It is very breezy though, and it is unseasonably chilly for the middle of May, but both teams are out on the field going through their warm-ups. As we said, there is a strong wind blowing from left to right, but we're blue skies for now. We've had a couple of showers here in Limerick within the course of the last half an hour, so maybe slippery conditions down on the pitch, but the pitch is looking in good fettle down there compared to maybe 2 weeks ago. There's been a bit of growth. Ken was mentioning that on extra time on Monday night, but it is looking well out there, and we're all set up to what is a massive game. Tipperary going for 3 in a row of Munster Under-20 hurling titles. They haven't done that since the Under-21 days back in 1985 when they carried out 3 in a row, so a bit of history on the line for Clare. Beaten, of course, by Tipperary in last year's Munster Under-20 Hurling Final. They're looking for a first title since 2014 in what would be a 5th title at the grade for the banner. So it's set up to be a massive game. We all remember what happened when these teams last met. That was on the 22nd of April, and that was down in Semple Stadium, where Tipperary led by 6 points going into injury time before being caught for 2 goals and a point by Clare, who came out 1 point victors on that occasion, 2-15 to 2-14. So I'm joined in the commentary box by Ken Hogan. And Ken, I think all the Tipperary players will be motivated, of course, to be in a provincial decider, but given the nature of their defeat to Clare last time out, there will be a little bit more on the line as well for these players.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, Paul. Welcome to the listeners. Nice evening. The showers were promised to move away, so hopefully they'll move away now to the Clare Glens there, and we can enjoy a game. What a game that was 2 weeks ago. We're still smarting after it, of course. From the perspective of what happened 3 weeks ago now, of course.
Yeah.
But Tip have recovered well, set out their stall against Limerick, attacked the ball, went and got the result they needed. Clare, what a win below. 1-6 without reply
to finish the game,
in the last 6 minutes of the game. So 1-6 without reply is fair going. The big plus for Clare, speaking about them first, is that James Hegarty is back, and he is the launching pad for every Clare attack, plus a real anchor in defence. So big night tonight for both teams. Obviously Oisin O'Donoghue is the big talking point, not starting the game. Big loss to us, Paul, but having said that, Stephen Tobin lines out a right half forward, and as far as we know, Tip line out as selected.
Yeah, and so likewise with Clare, but Oisin O'Donoghue is out there doing the warm-up. He was the man of the match in the Munster Under-20 Hurling Final last year, scored 1-3 on the night, and of course we all know what he went on to do with the Tipperary senior team last year, and he's continued that fine form with Liam Cahill's side, and we hope that he'll be able to put in a good performance, of course, on Saturday night. That's the reason why he's not starting here tonight, surely being held in reserve for that massive game in Semple Stadium on Saturday evening in the Munster Senior Hurling Championship. But looking at this team, we mentioned, Ken mentioned there, Clare's strong finish against Cork in that Munster semi-final last week. They were down by 3 points with 10 minutes to go, scored 1-6 without reply to win the game. That is not a coincidence, or that's not a fluke for this Clare team. That is a trait of this Clare team. All the way back to the start of the championship, Fred Hegarty scored a late goal to beat Waterford. They were down in the last couple of minutes, and Fred Hegarty scored a late goal. The second round against Limerick, they scored the last 4 points. They were down by a point after 56 minutes, came back and won the game by 3. We all know what happened, as we said, against Tipperary, scored 2-1 in injury time to win by a point, and then that Munster semi-final down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh against Cork, scored 1-6 without reply. So I'm sure Brennan Cummins and his management team, Ken, will have the Tipperary players well tuned in, because if Tip are in the fortunate position to have a lead heading down the stretch, they're going to have to try and extend the lead, because trying to hold the lead against this Clare team hasn't seemed to work for many teams.
Yeah, and coming into this match, even coming into the stadium tonight and the Gaelic Grounds, there's huge expectation with the Clare camp.
Yeah.
They're thrilled over their victories against Tip, last minute assault on top of us, but also, of course, the manner of their winning in Cork last weekend. So they have proved the point in more ways than one. But Tip, of course, we're left smarting with that. Brendan has emphasised the learning curve this was for his group of players, and they are really up for this, because obviously Clare did celebrate that victory in a big way in Thurles, and I'm sure it irked with the Tip lads and it hurt them badly, and I'm sure hopefully in a very constructive way they'll transfer that hurt tonight on the pitch.
Well, let's go down through the starting lineups. We'll start with Tipperary. Moneygall's Paddy McCormack lines out in goals behind a full back line of Cathal O'Reilly and Evan Morris of Holy Cross Ballycal, and David Ryan from Arvale Rovers. And another Arvale Rovers man and a cousin of David Ryan, is Adam Ryan in the number 5 jersey, with Ewan Murray of Thurles Sarsfields at centre back, with Shane Cleary of Killerone McDonough's at 7. Midfield partnership, Charlie Ryan of Borlahan Duala, partners Sam Rowan of CJ Kickham's Mulnahone, and the half-forward line tonight for Tipperary, number 10 Stephen Tobin of Carrick Swan, number 11 Tiernan Ryan of Holy Cross Ballycahill, and number 12 Mike Harkey Burris's David Costigan. In the full forward line then for Tipperary, Robbie Ryan of Holy Cross Ballycahill is battled back from a hamstring strain to start tonight in the number 13 jersey. Jamie Ormond, vice captain of the team, wears the number 14 jersey representing JK Brackens, and free taker Cormac Fitzpatrick of Drummond wears 15. We're running down through the Clare lineup. Mark Sheedy lines out in goals. His captain is number 2 Owen Gunning, Robert Loftus and Matthew O'Halloran in the full back line. Jamie Moylan, James Hegarty and Ryan Hayes in the half back line for Clare, with Daniel Costello, the man who got the winning point and one of the goals against Tipperary late on 3 weeks ago. He wears number 8. Ronan Keane is 9. Ronan Kilroy is 10. Michael Collins 11, and Fred Hegarty, free taker and scorer of a penalty in last year's Munster final, wears the number 12 jersey. Mark O'Cleary was the man who got that late goal in Semple Stadium a few weeks ago. He's 13. Thomas O'Connor, the big threat, the big number 14, and number 15 is Paul Rogers, younger brother of senior star Mark Rogers. Thomas O'Connor, Ken, is the number 14. He's been a huge threat in this championship. He scored 2-7, 2-2 against Cork last time out, and he's such a target man, and he'll take a lot of watching for Tipperary.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you know, and Thomas O'Connor didn't play minor for his county. I actually met his father, Christy O'Connor, the former Clare custodian, sub-keeper to Davy for many years, and only 18 years of age, no more than Ewan Murray for us. Very young player, but has created a huge impression, man of the match the last day.
Yeah, and he's a real handful on the edge of the square, and he has the likes of Mark O'Cleary and Paul Rogers working off him, so that's something that I'm sure the Tipperary defence will be wary of as we stand up here in the Gaelic Grounds preparing for our own event. Well, here we go, ready to go for the 2026 Munster Under-20 Hurling Final. Paul Carroll Ken Hogan alongside me, and we are ready to rock here. Sun is shining in the TUS Gaelic Grounds, and both teams are getting into their positions. And straight away, Ken, Tipperary will be playing with the aid of the breeze in the first half, and they're going to have to make hay.
Yeah, make hay, and that breeze is there, and Tip have it, and also, of course, they have that sun behind them as well. Good to see Robbie Ryan lining out. I doubt earlier on with the hamstring, but here we go. Really expecting crowd here tonight. And our referee in charge, Mount Sion clubman from County Waterford, it is Nicky O'Toole. He throws the ball in, and straight away both teams battle for possession. Charlie Ryan almost has it for Tipperary. His midfield partner Sam Rowan is in to help him, but it is Charlie Ryan who wins first possession. Plays it back to Shane Cleary. Low ball into the corner forward position, where out in front of his man is Robbie Ryan. Loses his footing, back up on his feet, trying to get his hands free from defender Robert Loftus. Manages to get it out to Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan now is bottled up on that far side, so he plays it off to Cormac Fitzpatrick. Bit of a hit and hope shot from Cormac Fitzpatrick is going to drop short into the hands of goalkeeper Mark Sheedy, and he's all out on his own, be able to bring the ball out to the 14 and open up his shoulders and drive the ball along to the centre forward position, and it's caught brilliantly over there by Mark O'Cleary. Mark O'Cleary taking it on now, bounces the ball off the ground. He's up to the edge of the 21. He's in around Ewan Murray. It looks like he might be taking it on to go for goal. Plays it across. It's a big goal chance for Clare early on, and it's a big save by Paddy McCormack in the goals for Tipperary. Ball
breaks back out to Clare, and they get something from the attack, and it's a point for Paul Rogers. But straight away, Ken, first attack of the game for Clare, and Paddy McCormack called into action.
Yeah, Paddy McCormack saved the day, covered the ball brilliantly with his body. Marco Cleary had the advantage. You can see what they're going to try and do, Paul. Run at our defence in a big way.
Puck out taken, bounces, and a brilliant take by Jamie Orman. Gets it off to Stephen Tobin. His shot from the sideline is just tailing to the right and wide. It was a difficult shot attempt, but a good piece of play there from Jamie Orman to set up the first shot on goal for Tipperary. Our second shot, first one that goes out of play, and nice little spin off the short puck out here from midfielder Daniel Costello. Plays it short to big Fred Hegarty as he goes long and diagonal over to another big man, Thomas O'Connor, who's been marked over there by Evan Morris. Morris makes it difficult for the big man, but O'Connor gets down low to the ground, gets the ball in his possession, plays a lovely ball back out to the 65, but just overcooks the pass. Ball is loosely bouncing around the ground on the Tipperary 65, but it's taken by Clare centre forward Michael Collins, and he's taken it on the run, nearly hooked as he's striking, but his shot is accurate and over the bar. And Ken, Clare out of the blocks very quickly here. 2 points, no score, 2 minutes gone.
Yeah, nearly hooked. Should have been hooked really, Paul, you know, with the amount of turnovers Tip are having.
Lovely poke out from Paddy McCormack, finds Tiernan Ryan. He's trying to take on his man, and he's going to have a shot from the sideline, similar position to where Stephen Tobin had one, and similar results. It's to the right and wide, so not the most high percentage shots Tipperary have taken on so far.
Yeah, 2 shots, 2 wides on their own side.
Puck out goes long. 2 Tipperary players go up for it, but it bounces favourably to Adam Ryan. He just misses the ball on the ground though, and now Clare are on the attack, and Ewan Murray just a little pull back on Michael Collins, and it is going to be a free in for Clare. And Ken, we're certainly off the pace and compared to what Clare have brought in these opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, Clare starting like the proverbial train, flying through the middle, winning that ball. They seem to be wanting to move that ball all the time, very direct with their puck outs as well. So even though we seem to have the benefit of the breeze, it looks like it's going to be a 3-point game already with 3 minutes gone. Yeah,
just central position inside the 45 now. A nice free for Fred Hegarty, who's notched up 135 in the 5 games he's played in this championship. Let's see, can he get his account up and running? Yes, he can. Over the bar it goes. So that's 3 points to no score. An early 3-point advantage with 3 minutes on the clock for Clare. Puck out down to our left-hand side now. Both teams in their traditional colours. It's another beauty from Paddy McCormack, straight into the hands of Tiernan Ryan. He plays a nice low ball in towards Robbie Ryan, who's out in front of his man, but over near the sideline on the far side of the field. He plays it back to his Holy Cross Ballycal clubmate Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan's shot from over on the far sideline goes across the face of the goals and wide. Ken, Tipper getting shots away, but not the kind of shots you'd really want to be taken on.
Yeah, and with Tiernan, you knew the ball was always going wide. It was never going to be on target.
Clare goes short with the puck out, then go long into the full forward line, and working off the break there is Paul Rogers. Loses his footing but gets back up and hand passes it back to Ronan Kilroy over on the far sideline. Ronan Kilroy theatrically goes to ground, but referee allows play to continue as the ball is still on the ground over there. Tipperary have won it through Shane Cleary. Ball is knocked off his hurley. Good defending by the Clare forward there. There's going to be a line ball out for Tipperary inside the 14 over on the far side of the field. Often a difficult place, Ken, to orchestrate a line ball out of your own defence. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, down in your own corner, you know, and Paddy McCormack making himself available, but it's just a bit too far for him to be taking that ball. Looks like Shane Cleary over there. He's going to take it, and it's in towards the middle of the field, but it's in towards a Clare man, and that's Ronan Kilroy. He plays a loose ball out to the 45, which is intercepted by Adam Ryan. The big Arville Rovers man gets it, plays it back to David Ryan, and David goes long into the full forward line where Robbie Ryan and Robert Loftus battle for possession. It's the Clare man Loftus who wins this one, gets it off to Matthew O'Halloran, and now it's the centre back, as you hear the wind howling in our microphones here, James Hegarty. And Clare have just ran out of room over on that far side, loose pass, and it's going to be a line ball out for Tipperary. So Ken, with 5 minutes gone, 3 points to no score, Clare in the lead. You'd like to see Tip just settle into this game. Yeah, you'd like to see him getting a score, you know, and start taking the game. And as we know here, Paul, the breeze is pretty strong coming through. And Tip playing with it, and it's a good line ball by David Coskin into the full forward line looking for Jamie Ormond. Gets it into his hand, but it breaks off him, and it's still breaking around that full forward line, but Clare have bodies back there, and they've cleared their lines through Robert Loftus. Fred Hegarty has dropped deep into his own 45 and brings the ball forward. Hand pass goes forward as Clare go through the hands back to Fred Hegarty, and good work rate from Tipperary between Stephen Tobin and Adam Ryan. They've won it back, and now they've get it off to Robbie Ryan. He hand pass goes forward, and now it's a nice chance for Charlie Ryan on the run from the middle of the field. Charlie Ryan off his left, and Charlie Ryan opens the scoring for Tipperary, and just what the Tipperary needed. 5 minutes, 55 seconds gone, 3 points to 1, and puck out taken quickly already from Clare. And they go short, and now they go in long looking for Marco Cleary. He's won another one. He's taken on Cathal O'Reilly now. He's cutting inside again. Cathal O'Reilly sticking with him the whole way. Good defending by the Holy Cross Ballycalman, but a brilliant hand pass opens it up now for Rogers, but he's held up brilliantly over there by David Ryan, and Tipperary have got bodies back there. Ewan Murray running out towards the sideline now, has ball in hand and breaks the tackle and gets a good hand pass away. Brilliant defending there from Tipperary as they work it back to goalkeeper Paddy McCormack. Down to our left hand side now as Paddy looks down the field, opens up his shoulders and launches a big one down to the far 21 yard line. Up rises Robbie Ryan, knocks the ball down for himself and gets onto his break, flicks off as far as Stephen Tobin now out on this near sideline. He's going to have a look at the post. Stephen Tobin, it's a lovely strike from the Swan man, and it's a score from the Carrick Swan man. Big score for Stephen Tobin, and it's back to a 1 point game, 3 points to 2 to Clare.
Yeah, know exactly what he was doing. Great score from Stephen Tobin. Good work there from Adam Ryan and the guys at the back, Ewan Murray. Charlie Ryan, probably one of our most consistent players along with Ewan Murray so far. A great point, first point as well to settle things down.
Puck out goes long and it's won by Adam Ryan, and now Tipperary are getting into the game. They get it as far as Sam Rowan. He's going to have a shot on the run from the 65, but it's a to the right and wide. 4 wides for Tipperary. 7 minutes 16 seconds gone. Clare in the lead by 1. Their puck out goes short, and just dropping it there was the wing back, and Stephen Tobin has won it back for Tipperary. He's going to have a shot. Is that going to stay inside the post? The answer is yes. Stephen Tobin robs it off Ryan Hayes and puts it over the bar, and that's 2 brilliant scores for Carrick Swan. Stephen Tobin, an hour level. Ken, 7.5 gone.
Great sign of a player off left and right. Super points.
So puck out from Mark Sheedy, one of the many All-Ireland minor winners on this Clare team from 3 years ago. And he goes long down the middle of the field, and it's Ewan Murray who snaps it for Tipperary, throws up a lovely feint, and now he kicks it forward into the full forward line looking for Cormac Fitzpatrick. He's been marked by Owen Gunning, and Owen Gunning lets the ball run through and wins it back for Clare. His hand pass is a loose one to Matthew O'Halloran, who's running out of space but does well to break through the tackle and get a pass away to the centre back, who has had the ball nicked away from him by Jamie Ormond. Tipperary working hard to try and win this ball back. Jamie Ormond has kicked it out of the ruck as he doesn't have his hurley. We've a Clare man down. Out comes Matthew O'Halloran with the ball, hand passes it down the line and hand passes it over the line, much to the joy of Brendan Cummins and the Tipperary management, as Shane Cleary wanted to take it quickly, but it is going to be a stoppage in play because number 9 there, Ronan Keane for Clare, is down receiving a bit of attention. So just in the midst of that mayhem in around the 21 yard line, he must have collided or some sort of collision. Looks possibly a dead leg or something like that, just the way he's holding himself. So
yeah, wonderful work by Jamie Ormond there. Without the hurley, kept foraging for the ball, won the ball back. Jamie's showing great form in this Munster Championship, and again that time didn't give up a lost cause. So
it is going to be a line ball for Tipperary between the 65 and 45. So after the slow start for Tip, 9 minutes gone, it's 3 points apiece, and we have a line ball for Tipperary. Just down below us on this near side is Stephen Tobin, halfway between the 45 and 65, and Ronan Keane of Clare slowly back up onto his knees now and is going to test it out. So just gingerly walks away and looks like he is going to be able to continue. So that's a good sign, although he might have to come off possibly before he comes back on. Yeah, so he's making his way to the sideline. So line ball in for Stephen Tobin as he dries his hurley off and grip off his jersey and surveys his options downfield. There's a bit of movement. He's going to have a cut. He's come straight off Daniel Costello, but it's broken towards Charlie Ryan. He plays a short pass towards Robbie Ryan. Now Robbie Ryan is going to take his man on, has a look at the post. Is this going to be the lead for Tipperary? Yeah. The answer is yes. Robbie Ryan on the scoreboard now for just the second time in this championship. And now Tip into the lead, 4 points to 3. Puck out goes long into the middle of the field to the man who was off receiving attention. That was Ronan Keane, and he plays it down the line towards number 10, Ronan Kilroy. He's going to have a shot from the sideline, and that's a real handy score for Clare. The man who was off receiving attention, Ken, just snuck his way back onto the field when the ball went out of play, and Tipperary were just a little bit asleep.
Yeah, just a little bit too easy.
Puck out goes short to David Ryan, the cornerback. He's trying to free himself, and he's got called for over carrying, and it's going to be a free in for Clare on the 45. He just threw it up to hit it, then put it back on his hurley and ran himself back into trouble, and it's going to be a free in coming for Fred Hegarty just inside the 45 and just inside the sideline. So difficult enough free, but after Tipperary got back into the lead, Ken, it would be 2 cheap scores to give up.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Pity there, David Ryan just got caught in possession in 2 minds. And now Fred Hegarty, who hadn't a wonderful day in the freeze against Tip the first day and was taken out, but really hit gold below in Páirc Uí Chaoimh last week.
Yeah, and he's standing over this free now, going through his routine, spinning the hurley. He's got a fresh white grip on his hurley, white helmet as well, and white socks to go with that as well. He strikes it very firmly, and he strikes it over the bar. Fred Hegarty, that's 2 for him on the day. He was one of the 9 players starting today for Clare who featured in last year's Munster final. Tipperary have 6, and now Paddy McCormick goes long. He was a minor last year. He goes long into the half-forward line. It breaks off towards Tiernan Ryan. Robbie Ryan and Jamie Ormond are nearby, but it's a Clare man who comes out with possession. Ducking out of the way was the referee, Nicky O'Toole, and now the ball into the full forward line. Foot race between Evan Morris and Thomas O'Connor. Evan Morris wins it this time. Hand passes it back to his goalkeeper, Paddy McCormick. He plays a nice out ball to Shane Cleary on the edge of the 45. Shane Cleary goes long down the line, looking for the run of Robbie Ryan, and Robbie Ryan lets the ball break through, and he's in behind his man now. He's running down the end line. Robbie Ryan cutting in onto his left, and now striking high and striking over the bar. It's a second point of the day for Robbie Ryan, Ken, and he's moving very well out there as the sides are level 5 apiece.
Yeah, and Robbie's a confidence player, Paul, and to get 2 great scores early on in the game will do his, confidence. Every fucking ball that he can get now will be looking for it over and over again.
Puck out goes long, a bit of a loose one there towards Michael Collins. He couldn't get his touch in, so Sam Rowan is back there sweeping up for Tipperary. He goes long down the line, asking for Tiernan Ryan to get on the end of this. He's just outpaced to that ball by James Hegarty, and out comes Clare through the hands out of their half-back line, and they release Ryan Hayes, the number 7. He opens up the shoulders, probably should have been hooked, wasn't hooked. Big long ball down towards the big full forward, Thomas O'Connor. He has it out in front of his man. Evan Morris holds him out. Thomas O'Connor is going to get the free there on the edge of the 21, and that's exactly the type of ball he wants down on top from Ken. A high ball out in front of his man. Not an awful lot Evan Morris could do, and didn't look like Evan Morris done an awful lot wrong there either.
Yeah, so there he is, target man. That's what he's about, winning that ball. Savage winning the air, and an opportunity now to go a point ahead for Clare. Clare will go direct with a lot of their ball. They're no nonsense team. That's the way they're playing, and of course with O'Connor there as a target man, it's a huge plus.
So here's Fred Hegarty, which will probably be his easiest free of the day. Central position on the 21. Tipperary have men on the line, and that deters Fred Hegarty from going for goal, so he puts it over the bar. So Clare back into a 1-point lead. 13 and a half minutes gone here as the sun shines in the Gaelic Grounds. 6 points to 5, Clare lead. Puck out goes long from Paddy McCormick, looking for the run again of Tiernan Ryan as the players block the sun out of their eyes over on that far side, and it is going to be a Tipperary ball, according to the linesman. According to the Mayor Camone over there from Clare, he was pointing the other way, but
he's not shy about being out in the sideline either. We're endeavouring there to take a line ball.
So it is going to be looks like it's Robbie Ryan putting that ball down. No, it's not Robbie, it's Jamie Ormond, left-handed, white helmet over there, surveying his options just inside the 45. It's a good cut. It's heading towards the crossbar. Dangerous one for the goalkeeper, but watching it all the way was Mark Sheedy, and he provides a good out ball to Fred Hegarty, who's dropping deeper and deeper inside his own 45, and now coming out with the ball is number 5, Jamie Moylan. Ball down on the hurley as he brings it from 165 to the other, runs into a Tipperary man, gets the hand pass away, and now back to Fred Hegarty it goes, and he goes a lovely ball across the edge of the 65, finds the centre forward. He's going to have a crack, Daniel Costello, and he's put that ball over the bar. And now that's another point for Clare, who now leads 7 points to 5. But Fred Hegarty, Ken, dropping very deep on this near side for Clare. Yeah,
and distributing brilliantly, lateral balls across diagonal balls, and put a great ball into his midfielder's hands.
Big puck out from Paddy McCormick is batted down to the ground as Sam Rowan tries to get onto the breaking ball for Tipperary, but so many Clare bodies back there as Tip have got it back now through Cormac Fitzpatrick. He plays it off now as far as Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan doesn't get the best strike on this. It's going to be dropping, and it's hit the post. And Mark Sheedy was very confident in his angles there, because he let that ball drop, and it actually hit the outside of the post. He'll say he knew it was going to hit the outside of the post, but maybe got away with one there.
Yeah, he did get away with one, and that sun is pretty strong, so He could have misjudged that ball.
Puck out goes long, and it's another one caught there by Adam Ryan. He's playing with an advantage, gets it away to Charlie Ryan. He puts the ball down on his hurley. He strikes it on the run. Is he half hooked? He's half hooked, and it has gone to the left and wide. Ken, that's 6 wides for Tipperary. Clare have yet to register a wide.
Yeah.
Oh, puck out, a poor one that time from Mark Sheedy. Hits it straight back to Adam Ryan, and he's going down the line looking for the run of Jamie Ormond. And Jamie Ormond is adjudged to have pulled back Matthew O'Halloran. So there's going to be a free out coming for Clare. So just scrappy play, loose
Adam
play.
Ryan, you see Clare are shooting. Adam, what a great catch, and a brilliant interception. He had the opportunity maybe to poke that over the bar. He didn't realise with the breeze behind him he could have floated that over the bar. Made it simple for himself.
So 7 points to 5 it remains. Clare in the lead, 16 and a half gone. Mark Sheedy goes short with the free, and Tipperary have backed off completely, so Matthew O'Halloran is going to be able to bring this ball, and he absolutely skies it down to the far edge of the D. It really hangs up in the wind, but Clare have gotten onto the break and they get a hand pass away. A throw, says the referee, and in agreement was the Clare number 10 Ronan Kilroy, in fairness to him. So it is going to be a free out. Nicky O'Toole was just about 2 yards away from it when it happened.
Paddy McCormack, a man with a big puck just behind his own 45. He'll get the distance.
So let's hope the accuracy is where it needs to be. So central position on his own 45 is Paddy McCormack. Lifts it, strikes it high. It looks to be tailing to the right. It is tailing to the right, and it is well wide for a finish. 7 first half wides for Tipperary. As we've mentioned, Clare yet to register one. Clare leads 7 points to 5.
Yeah, when they go over, they're great, Paul, but when they go wide like that, it's a waste.
And that's a throw up and catch by Matthew O'Halloran. He was coming out with no Hurley, the corner back, after he took the short puck out, and he just looked down the line to get a hand pass away, and as he threw it up he realised it wasn't on, so he caught the ball, and that was spotted by referee. So it's a chance for the first time this evening for Cormac Fitzpatrick to line up a free. He's halfway between the 45 and the 21 yard line, and he's kind of closer to the sideline than he is the middle of the field on this near side, so we'll have a good view of it. And Cormac flirts with the far post but keeps it inside it, and we're back to a 1 point game. Clare leads 7 points to 6, 17 minutes 56 seconds gone. Your coverage on Tipp FM with thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre.
Yeah, they even things up with that free at the other end we got caught for, so at least both teams have been overturned.
Puck out goes long, it breaks off. Adam Ryan was onto the break again, but the ball breaks to Marco Cleary. He takes it on down the line, gets a hand pass away. There's shouts of a throw, but Tipperary have won the ball back through Adam Ryan. He hand passes it infield now to David Ryan. David Ryan breaking tackles and gets a hand pass away towards Charlie Ryan, but the ball's stuck on the ground now just outside the Tipperary 45. Tiernan Ryan is in there trying to win it back, but it's big Thomas O'Connor who has it for Clare. He brings it forward, he's won an advantage and he's won a free. And every time he touches the ball, Ken, it's just a nightmare for the defenders.
Yeah, he's heading for goals every time, but that was our own making. We had the ball, it could have been cleared. We have a strong breeze. You know, our half-back line have the option of letting that ball in diagonally to our forward line, but no, we decided to play it out, overturned, and now a simple free for Fred Hegarty.
I think it was Cathal O'Reilly caught in possession that time rather than David Ryan, both wearing green helmets down there, so that is just ran into trouble and couldn't free himself to get a nice hand pass away to Charlie Ryan. And now it's a handy free coming for Fred Hegarty, central position just outside the edge of the D.
Patrick Ryan already getting ready here, warming up.
And that is over the bar for Fred Hegarty. 4 now for him as Clare lead by 2. Tip goes short with the puck out to Ewan Murray. He puts it long into a bit of space for Stephen Tobin. Stephen just can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a line ball coming for Clare inside their own 45. So Tip are preparing that substitution. It is going to be Patrick Ryan of Bursalee. So looks like this line ball is going to be taken first, is it? And Fred Hegarty coming all the way back to take this, and just on the line of his own 45 down below his far right hand side. So Clare playing from right to left, Tip playing from left to right. Tip playing down towards the end where the Thomond Park can be seen in the background. Fred Hegarty into the middle of the field. It's a poor one. It's straight to David Costigan. Costigan catches, strikes, and it's a lovely strike by the Maikarki Burris man, and he puts it straight over the bar and punishes that Clare mistake. 8 points to 7, and now we see the substitution, and it's Tiernan Ryan, Ken, who's going off, and Patrick Ryan coming on, so maybe a bit of surprise there.
Yeah, he could have been carrying a knock, we don't know, but the thing is made. But what a score from David Costigan. Beautiful one-handed flick into the hand, great score. Tiernan, a stalwart of that minor team coming out, so hopefully everything will be alright for him.
Yeah, and he's walking off down below us. So we have 20 minutes 35 seconds gone, and it's a free for Tipperary. Nicky O'Toole has spotted an infringement over there. None of the players from either side are complaining about that, so we just couldn't see it from our vantage point. So free in coming for Tipperary on the edge of their own 65 and a relatively central position. And it's Cormac Fitzpatrick coming out to take this. This will be to level the game. We've 20 minutes 55 seconds gone.
Stephen seems to be gone to 11, Paul. And Patrick Ryan gone to wing forward. A very versatile guy, as you well know. Can play backs or forwards.
He can play anywhere from 2 to 15 and probably in goals if you ask him as well. That's Cormac Fitz taking the free. It's flirting with that far post, and it's gone just to the right and wide. Just looking at the body language of Mark Sheedy in the Clare goals, it looked like he went to catch that, or he certainly was very close to the post, and it just went wide. Puck out taken. It's Ewan Murray who brilliantly gets it into his possession as he gets a hand pass back towards Adam Ryan. Adam Ryan now trying to get it off the surface as he just can't quite get it into his hands. It's a ruck just inside the Tipperary 45, and it's Sam Rowan to win it for Tipperary. Plays the ball long down the line looking for Jamie Ormond. He's been tightly marked there by Matthew O'Halloran, and the ball breaks to far as Stephen Tobin, who's had his jersey pulled. He's going to have a shot from the sideline. It's curling in. It looks good from up here. Umpire waves it wide, but there was a shirt pull there on Stephen Tobin that I think everyone could see in the stand, but it blindsided referee Nicky O'Toole.
There should have been a communication there. I presume they're linked up. There should be a communication with the linesman. He certainly saw it anyway. He was only 5 yards away from it, but nonetheless it's gone wide, and that's a 9th first half wide for Tipperary. Puck out goes long, and again it's Adam Ryan to sweep up for Tipperary. Goes back towards Ewan Murray. He throws up a dummy and a nice hand pass towards Charlie Ryan as Tipperary go through the middle of the field with Charlie Ryan. He's running himself into trouble though, and manages to break forward towards Cormac Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick now has been well marshalled and trying to get away from a Clare defender. Gets it back to Cathal O'Reilly. Spreads a lovely ball back towards Shane Cleary. The Killer One McDonough's man brings it forward. Went to go for a shot, but instead it looks like he's going to bring it forward now and go for the shot. And now he's hit it wide. He had the chance to put it over on his favourite left-hand side. He took it on, and the goal chance had opened up for Stephen Tobin. Instead, he went for the shot on a lovely block in the middle of the field by David Costigan. He keeps it in play brilliantly and trying to get away from his opposite man. He's been pulled and dragged down below us, but Adam Ryan wins it back for Tipperary and plays it back now to Ewan Murray. Ewan Murray goes long and diagonal to the far side of the field, and both players just losing that ball in the sun. There's a race on between Owen Gunning and Cormac Fitzpatrick, and Owen Gunning has fallen to the ground, and Cormac Fitzpatrick has won it back off him now. He's looking back out to strike over his left shoulder, and that's another one across the face that goes on wide. 11 wides, Ken, in the first 23 and a half minutes for Tip. Oh my God, all those wides, scoreable, definitely, but the way they're hitting them. But Shane Cleary, what an overlap we had there for that goal situation, and just got caught in 2 minds.
And he struck it off his hurley instead and went wide on the run just outside the 21, but he had Stephen Tobin inside him. But Tip are motoring forward again through Charlie Ryan. He's going to have a go. He's got one already. Can he get 2 and remind everyone where the posts are? No, it's to the left and wide. Mark it up 12. We're running out of room on our sheet down below us to mark off these first half wides. 24 gone, 8 points to 7 Clare lead in a frustrating first half for Tipperary.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, frustrating, but Tipper getting into the game in a big way. They have the majority of the possession.
And Clare goes short with the puck out, then work it out to Daniel Costello, and he goes long, heading straight towards Thomas O'Connor. He knocks it down to the ground, kicks it out to the side, and now he has it in his possession somehow, but Evan Morris is tightly marking him, and Ewan Murray is there to mop up. His clearance goes as far as Shane Cleary, and now Patrick Ryan. Ryan goes through the tackle and now plays a low ball into the full forward line. It breaks through again between Owen Gunning and Cormac Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is first to the ball. He's going to take his man on down the line. Has he been fouled? No, says the referee, and the ball is still breaking on the ground. In to try and win it back off Owen Gunning is Jamie Ormond. Ball still stuck on the ground. David Costigan has it. He shoots over his shoulder, and it is another wide. Just the composure, Ken, is not there in this first half for Tipperary.
Yeah, a few Holy Marys there, unfortunately, in the last few minutes, from proven score getters. It's not like us.
Would you believe Clare haven't registered a wide in this first half? Tipperary have registered 13. Incredible. And Clare lead by 1, 8 points to 7. 25 minutes gone as another ball goes into the Tipperary full back line. Watching it all the way there is David Ryan. He's trying to free himself to get a hand pass away, and he does so as far as Ewan Murray. Ewan Murray breaks through a couple of tackles brilliantly, creates an overlap, and away comes Charlie Ryan now. He's looking in to the inside forward line, looking for Cormac Fitzpatrick. Again, it's another one that breaks in behind him and his man. Can Tipperary orchestrate something here? Cormac Fitzpatrick, has he caught that 3 times? No, says the referee. It's back out to Robbie Ryan. He's trying to free himself up to get a shot away. A lot of Clare bodies back there. The ball works out as far as Stephen Tobin. Stephen off his left hits it high towards the post, and Stephen Tobin gets his third of the night. And we had thought for a second Tipperary wouldn't be able to score another point with the amount of wides they've hit, but they've got one, and it's 8 points apiece, 26 gone. Yeah,
great score from Stephen Tobin. Stephen, we knew when it came back to him it was going over the bar because he was going to nail it.
So 8 points apiece. Can Tip finish strong in this first half? It's a good puck out towards Michael Collins, but it's broken off towards Patrick Ryan, and Shane Cleary now is going to go back to Patrick Ryan. Both players, of course, played with Nina CBS this year as Patrick Ryan runs himself into trouble, but runs his way out of it, brings it up to the edge of the 45, gives it back to Costigan. Costigan now shoots for the post, and Costigan has got his second of the day. So by hook or by crook, Patrick Ryan came away with that ball, got it off to David Costigan, central position outside the 45, fires it over the bar. Tip lead now by 1.
Great score by Costigan again off his left. Brilliant shoot.
So Mark Sheedy goes long with the puck out. There's a conglomerate of 4 players, and it's a Clare man who comes down with it. Brilliant catch by Ronan Kilroy. He's coming forward, gets it away as far as Fred Hegarty. Fred Hegarty on the edge of the D hits this high and hits that ball over the bar for his 5th point of the game. So a brilliant field there by Ronan Kilroy.
Yeah, big field and a great score from Hegarty. Clare just a bit more economical with the ball.
And that's said the least, as Adam Ryan gets in a new hurley as his puck out goes long over underneath the uncovered stand on the far side of the field. Both sets of players battling hard for every ball here tonight as Jamie Ormond wins it for Tipperary, sends it into the corner. It's one for Owen Gunning and Cormac Fitzpatrick to try and keep in play. They both do, and Cormac Fitzpatrick wins it back now, and he's in around his man. He's Stephen Tobin running in front of him. Stephen Tobin is still there. He gets it off to Stephen Tobin. It's a late foul surely on Cormac Fitzpatrick. No, says the referee. Stephen Tobin's been blocked down. The ball is still on the 14, and away comes Clare, but held up in the tackle there was number 5, and it's real scrappy stuff here as Robbie Ryan kicks the ball forward towards the end line. It's going towards the end line. He keeps it in play brilliantly, runs into a couple of tackles, gets a hand pass away to David Costigan. He runs into tackles, he hand passes it back out the field towards Adam Ryan. Adam Ryan breaks a tackle, gets a hand pass away to Patrick Ryan. Patrick Ryan gets it away to David Costigan. David Costigan is blocked down on his attempted shot. The ball is still around the edge of the D. This is an absolutely crazy passage of play. It breaks out towards Stephen Tobin. He's blocked down. It's going to land in around the edge of the 21 where Clare man is all on his own, and Clare must have 12 players between their own 45 and 21, and they're working like dogs, and they've won the ball back. They've played it up as far as Michael Collins now. He breaks a couple of tackles, strikes it off as Hurley into the full forward line. It breaks up, and what a catch that is from Ewan Murray. He hand passes it out to Shane Cleary. Away comes the Killer One McDonough's man. Plays a low ball towards Jamie Ormond, who falls to the ground but manages to control the ball, and he's kicking it away from his man on the 45, and he's back up and he's back down, and now he has the ball in his possession. Gets out of the tackle, gets a nice hand pass away to Shane Cleary. Shane Cleary from outside the 21 at an angle, and he's put that ball over the bar, and now you hear the Tip crowd down below as Tip lead by 1, 29 minutes gone. But Ken, the work rate from both teams out there.
Yeah, this is high quality stuff. Both teams going out in a big way. The movement of both teams, unbelievable under the puck outs as well.
Puck out goes long, and it's again Ronan Kilroy who catches it. He doesn't have a hurley though, but he hand passes it back instead to number 7, Ryan Hayes. He's been blocked down by the ever hard working David Costigan, and now Tipperary have it back into possession of Ewan Murray, and he's looking down the field, puts it in a bit of space towards Cormac Fitzpatrick and Owen Gunning, and both players rush out for the ball. Patrick Ryan gets a little pull on the ball down towards the line as it's stuck on the ground over there as a Clare man. James Hegarty has no hurley, but he manages to get it away to a teammate, and now Clare have a bit of space for Ronan Keane to open up the shoulders and send a high ball down into the full forward line again. Ewan Murray battles for it in the air as David Ryan comes out, and Cathal O'Reilly brilliantly gets it off the surface and now puts it down on his hurley. Gets a lovely hand pass away to Adam Ryan. Adam Ryan now goes long into the full forward line. It's a nice ball towards Robbie Ryan, who lets the ball bounce in behind his man. Tipperary have a body inside if Robbie Ryan can get it to Jamie Ormond. Jamie Ormond's in behind the goalkeeper, and a goal for Tipperary just on the stroke of 30 minutes. A brilliant score by Jamie Ormond. Tipperary lead 110 to 9 points, and Jamie Ormond down injured. Looks like
a late stroke from the keeper across the knee.
And the Tipperary management are not happy whatsoever about that. Jamie Ormond pleading with the umpires. Would have to see that back, but the referee Nicky O'Toole doesn't look one bit interested. But Ken, huge moment in the game. Jamie Ormond gets in around Mark Sheedy and puts it into the back of the net after some great work from Robbie Ryan.
Yeah, super work from Robbie Ryan. Brilliant turn. Jamie got a slap, but that'll only drive Jamie on. He's a hardy bit of stuff, more than his brother. So brilliant stuff from Robbie Ryan. We just need to keep the momentum going now up to half time. It all depends on how long he blows for 1 or 2 minutes. We have seen nothing yet, Kevin, have we?
We've played 59 minutes of this first half. They were just announcing the extra time as that ball went into the back of the net, so I didn't hear it, but puck out going long as Ronan Kilroy and Adam Ryan battle for possession. Daniel Costello gets onto the break for Clare, and what a score that is on the run, on the sideline, out by the 45, and that's a brilliant score. Puck out coming now for Paddy McCormick.
Yeah, that's the score of the day, in fairness, from Costello for Clare. Great puck out again from Paddy McCormick.
Just into the possession of Charlie Ryan, who's just losing his balance, but now he's in behind the defence. And how ambitious does Charlie Ryan want to be? He's going to stay going with the ball. Charlie Ryan! And he puts it over the crossbar, over the outstretched hurley of the diving goalkeeper, Mark Sheedy. And that's 111 now to 10 points. And we're going to have 2 additional minutes. We've played 1 minute 45 of that.
What a game we have here. What top quality stuff we have. This is a game every supporter is on the edge of their seats, because this is top-notch stuff.
Puck out goes long again into the middle of the field towards that man Ronan Kilroy. He's won a few in the air. This time it's Adam Ryan to win it for Tipperary. Sam Rowan does very well to control that ball, and he goes long looking for Patrick Ryan, who's operating as a corner forward at this moment. He's stuck out on the sideline, and he puts a lovely little spin move on his man. Plays a lovely ball across the edge of the 21, but it's just going to get towards the corner back. He misses it momentarily, but he does very well, Matthew O'Halloran, to recover, and away comes Jamie Moylan, and that is going to be that after a crazy first half of play. It's Tipperary 111, it's Clare 10 points, and Ken, it's hard to sum up that first half. Tipperary with 13 first half wides, Clare with 0. Tip lead by 4 at the break.
Yeah, Tip lead deservedly by 4. They've really come thundering into the game the last 10 minutes. Adam Ryan, Shane Cleary, and particularly Ewan Murray in the back line beginning to dominate. Patrick Ryan has made a huge difference. His distribution of the ball, his movement is very good. And of course, Stephen Tobin, 3 brilliant points. Jamie Ormond got that goal, but brilliant work from Robbie Ryan to create it. We're disappointed about the wides, but now we have to put that into the back locker and go again for the second half. We look at the breeze. Is it going to be as strong in the second half? Hopefully not, but definitely we had a considerable breeze. We need that 4-point cushion, lads. We probably should have 7 or 8 points up.
Yeah, for sure. As I mentioned, 13 wides there in the first half, but Tip finished the first half strong, and they got that all-important goal off the stick of Jamie Ormond. So 111 for Tipperary, 10 points for Clare. We see a bit of rain coming in over the Clare Glens behind the uncovered stand on the far side of the field. Let's hope it doesn't blow this way. But half-time, Tip lead by 4. Half-time analysis after these. Well, you're very welcome back to the TUS Gaelic Grounds here in Limerick. It is half-time of the Munster U20 Hurling Final, Tipperary against Clare, and it is Tipperary with a 4-point half-time lead. 111 for the Premier, 10 points for the banner, and it's Ken Hogan alongside myself, Paul Carroll, in the commentary box here with that rain. Looks like it's going to be blowing over towards us and this side of the field. We said just before the ad break, we can see it in the Clare Glens in the background as we look across the field, and it's looking fairly ominous. And it's looking like it's coming this way. But Ken, from what we saw in that first half, 2 teams absolutely giving everything for every ball that's pucked out there. Yeah,
these teams have history. I'd say they know each other from under 14 up, playing Arabon and playing Tony Forrestal, and above all, I suppose,
Cups.
Getting into Harty Cups with Flannans and Nina, CBS and Turles and Cashel and all the rest. But I think Clare, you could see they were playing with a swagger and a bit of confidence in the first 10 minutes. 3 points to no score, and they're playing against the breeze, looking very strong. We slowly got into the game, albeit a number of wides, which probably blotted our copybook in a sense, but Patrick Ryan has been introduced, has made a huge difference. Our half backline have thundered into the game, and obviously Charlie Ryan is still coming up trumps for us. As I mentioned already, probably one of our more consistent players throughout the season, playing great stuff. So Tipper well in this game. We have a lot of drizzle and probably rain coming in here now over the stadium, which may dampen the breeze, I hope, because it is a considerable breeze blowing into our faces down the pitch.
The sun is gone as well.
Yeah, and the sun is gone as well. I think Jamie Ormond, the type of forward we have, the Jamie Ormonds of this world, the Cormac Fitzpatrick, I think they will prosper if they can get supplied. They will prosper a little bit better in the open spaces, because Tipper definitely going to, against this breeze, probably have to be very strong. And as we always say, it's an old cliche, but you know, the throw in is going to be strong. Tipper going to have to be very strong in turning over possession for Clare. Tipperary finished very well in the last 10 minutes. You know, we were so frustrated with all the wides, but in the last 10 minutes they grasped the nettle, they started to put things together, and one or two overlaps we had too as well, Paul, that could have culminated in goal opportunities. That didn't happen.
Yeah, we had that one where Shane Cleary broke through, and just instead of maybe popping it off to Stephen Tobin, he went to strike it off his hurley from the edge of the D, and it went wide. Stephen Tobin was banging his hurley off the ground after that ball went wide, because he knew he would have been in behind. And we also had that one with Charlie Ryan running down towards the side at the end. It looked like he was nearly caught between two minds when he got his strike away for a finish. It went just across the face of the goals and over the bar, but just across the goalkeeper, who was diving because the ball was dipping towards the corner, but went over the crossbar. Charlie Ryan with 2 points in that first half. 5 of the starting 6 forwards for Tipperary on the score sheet. Stephen Tobin with 3 brilliant points from play. David Costigan has been efficient with his ball. He's got 2 points. Robbie Ryan with 2. Jamie Ormond with the goal, and Cormac Fitzpatrick knocked over just the sole free he had from close distance in that first half. And Shane Cleary with the Tipperary's other point. And one first half substitution, Patrick Ryan came on for Tiernan Ryan with about 20 minutes gone. But for Clare, Ken, why they mightn't have many goal chances in that first half, they're certainly dangerous. We mentioned Thomas O'Connor. He hasn't registered a score, but he's set up a few points, he's won a few frees, and he's, as we've kind of said beforehand, is the kind of focal point of that Clare attack. Yeah,
that's the worry for the second half. I see that as you know, it's a 10-minute half-time break, so I see Nicky O'Toole, the referee, out straight away. In fairness, he's refereed without any great fuss so far, thank God. Mark Sheedy did pull a late stroke on our goal scorer, Jamie Ormond. The umpires were alerted to it, but they seemed to take no action. Thomas Walsh, I see there, is doing linesman. I think he's doing the Clare Tip senior game. Am I correct?
I haven't checked that.
I think he is. Tyler, as they call him.
Yeah.
So it's getting dark here.
I was going to say we're going to have to get the lights turned on. We can't actually see the floodlights from the overhang.
We'd see them though if they were on, I think.
Yeah, but it is certainly darkened since the players have gone out.
7:35 is a late start, so I think you need lights at this juncture. But loads to play for. I think Tip grasped the nettle with 10 minutes before half time. Said, "Geez, we better get going here. Few pints down, playing with the breeze." And I hope to come out in similar form in the second half. But Thomas O'Connor, definitely, as you know, they will target him for a lot of high ball. Evan Morris is probably in for a busy second half.
So we'll take a quick ad break. Tip lead 111 to 10 points at half time of this Munster U20 Hurling Championship. Second half coming up live after these. And you're very welcome back to a breezy and chilly TUS Gaelic Grounds here in Limerick. Half time of the Munster U20 Hurling Final. Tipperary 111, Clare's 110. Clare 10 points even. 111 to 10 points. Tip in the lead by 4 at the break. And referee and his officials, including Tyler Walsh, who we can confirm is refereeing the Tip and Clare senior match on Saturday, is out there, and they're trying to keep themselves warm, because I said to you off air, Ken, it's like a November evening here in Limerick. It's very cold, very windy, and now it's raining out in the field too.
Yeah, I'm glad I have my Tipp FM coat on me tonight, I can tell you, because I was in a pair of shorts early on in the afternoon, but I can tell you it's cold now. It's
very much not March of many weathers, May of many weathers here in the Gaelic Grounds this evening. But we have the JJ Kennelly Perpetual Cup up for grabs for the winner of tonight's game, and a reminder as well that this game, the winners go straight to the All-Ireland final to play the winners of Leinster. Some of the Leinster semi-finals are on this evening, so not only is this a Munster final, also a chance to reach an All-Ireland final, as we see Clare make their way back onto the field down to our left-hand side. And you'd wonder, is this a tactic, Ken, maybe from Tipperary to let them stand out in the cold for a minute or two before they come out? But both teams took their time there at half-time.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. We're still trying to find out, is those lights on? I don't see any lights on, but you usually follow the shadow. There is a shadow there, so that
it looks like maybe the lights are coming on.
Spike Reardon is getting those lights ready. The old ESB cost, of course.
Yeah, that's it. So
yeah, I think we have light.
Yeah, because it is when the sun went behind the clouds there, or has set down to our left hand side, it has gotten very dark here. And there's just no two ways about it. If you're not in the country and you're listening to us now, it's a very grim evening, as it's grey clouds, it's raining, it's windy, and it's cold. So I'm lucky I had a debate with myself whether I'd bring my jacket in out of the car, and I'm certainly glad I did, as we have Tipperary emerging from the tunnel down to the right hand side. So Ken, another factor as we get into this second half, when and if we'll see Oisin O'Donoghue.
Yeah, and I think it's
we have a half-time substitution for Clare. So Ronan Keane has been replaced by number 17.
He picked up that injury early on in the game, that dead leg. Number 17, isn't it?
Yeah, Graham Ball onto the field. And no half-time substitutions for Tipperary just yet, but as we said, we'll surely see Oisin O'Donoghue at some juncture in the second half, the team captain. So ball thrown in, game underway. Ball breaks through behind the players contesting, and straight away Clare go on the attack. Long ball into the edge of the square, and it's broken straight towards a Clare man, and Clare have a goal 7 seconds into the second half, and it is Marco Cleary. He's only scored 4 times in this championship, and he's got his 4th goal, and 7 seconds, Ken, 111 to 110. High ball into the edge of the square, nobody contested, bounces straight to Clare man into the back of the net.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is Tip came out late. We hadn't settled it all, Paul. And straight away you're hit with a sucker punch.
So Clare working the ball out of their own half-back line, kicking it out of danger was Graham Ball, but he's kicked it straight to Sam Rowan. He gets it off to Shane Cleary. Shane Cleary, lovely crossfield ball into the hands of Adam Ryan. He plays a low ball towards Cormac Fitzpatrick, who's fouled from behind by Owen Gunning, and it is going to be a free. In fairness, Cormac Fitzpatrick and Owen Gunning having a great battle over there. Owen Gunning is always really touch tight, but Cormac Fitzpatrick well able to just use his body and put himself between the man and the ball.
Yeah, just hit with a sucker punch. We came out late for the second half. They're barely on the pitch, and the ball was thrown in, and the next thing is in the back of the net.
I don't think you can score a goal much quicker than 7 seconds into a half of hurling, but Marco Cleary has done it. He scored a goal very late in the second half against Tipperary in the group stages. He's got one very early in the second half in the final as Cormac Fitzpatrick puts over that point. An important one for Tipperary. A minute and a half into the second half, 112 to 110. First puck out of the second period is for Mark Sheedy down to our left hand side. Both goalkeepers have emerged in the second half with a training top on them. Puck out is long down the middle of the field, looking for Thomas O'Connor, who just knocks it down with the hurley to the ground. Clare of a man ghosting in behind, but Tipperary have won it back through David Ryan and off to big David Costigan, and now Shane Cleary just down beneath us. Shane Cleary breaking forward with the ball back on his hurley, strikes it into the corner. There's a foot race on. Stephen Tobin is in a battle for possession, and he's shouldered off the ball by Robert Loftus, and away comes Clare as a high tackle goes in there from Jamie Ormond, and it is on number 7, Ryan Hayes, and it's going to be a free out, and Nicky O'Toole has called over Jamie Ormond. Doesn't look like he's going to maybe book him, but he's just, or is he going to book him?
He'll book him all right.
Yeah, just one of those ones, a loose arm and a dip of the head by Ryan Hayes.
And I thought Loftus was a bit late on Stephen Tobin. I didn't think it was shoulder to shoulder. He definitely played the man rather than the ball, Paul.
So it is a yellow card there for Jamie Ormond, so he'll have to be careful. And Mark Sheedy, goalkeeper, has come out just outside his 21-yard line and just outside from the sideline on this near side down to our left. He might go short if he wants. He's not. He's going to open up the shoulders and launch this towards the edge of the square. Again, it's Thomas O'Connor. No interest in catching the ball that time, trying to block it down again. It's broken in behind. Tipperary do have the bodies back, and one of them is Sam Rowan. He can't get it into his possession though, and away comes big Thomas O'Connor with it. Gets a lovely hand pass away now towards number 5, and he's hooked brilliantly by Patrick Ryan. It was Jamie Moylan over there who was hooked, and now he's played it back out the line. Tipperary working hard. Fred Hegarty has it for Clare on the wing forward position. possession, plays it back to the edge of the 45 towards Graham Ball, who come on at half-time off his left. And finally, we have a Clare wide.
Yeah.
It's come after 33 and a half minutes, and Tip still lead by 2, 112 to 110.
Yeah, 112 to 110. Tip holding fort, that point from Conor Fitzpatrick.
So as the drizzle still falls, puck out goes as long as Paddy McCormack can. It breaks in behind. Stephen Tobin is onto the break for Tipperary, and he's going to drill a low ball down the line, looking for Cormac Fitzpatrick and Charlie Ryan. Cormac Fitzpatrick out in front of his man, and he has it again now, Cormac Fitzpatrick, but he's been well marshalled over there by Owen Gunning. He's looking back across the field. He's going to play a Hollywood crossfield ball, but it's straight into the hands of cornerback Matthew O'Halloran, and he plays a useful out ball towards Michael Collins, and a good shoulder there by Sam Rowan. Pushes his man out towards the sideline, and that is going to be a line ball for Clare. Brilliant work rate down there by Sam Rowan.
Yeah, great work rate altogether by Sam.
So line ball for Clare between the 45 and 65, and it's going to be closer to the 65 actually. So it is Fred Hegarty who's going to be deputised with taking it. He's going to go back the field, and a very loose flick there by Shane Cleary's left go by the referee as Fred Hegarty gets it back, shoots from the sideline, it's curling in, and what a score that is by Fred Hegarty. Always the danger when someone takes a line ball is the ball is going to go back to him, and he put it straight over the bar from way out on the sideline. Now line ball taken to puck out taken to where that line ball went, and it's Shane Cleary on it for Tipperary. He gets it, he goes long down the line. It's not a good ball though towards Jamie Orman, but Robbie Ryan is going to do his best to keep it alive, and he does so brilliantly on the sideline on the edge of the 21, bounces the ball off the ground, takes it on down the line, gets a hand pass away to Jamie Orman. Lovely score from the two Tipperary inside forward line of Robbie Ryan and Jamie Ormond, and that is a really classy piece of play between the two lads there.
Robbie Ryan, you could see him straining every sinew to get that ball. If he had a suspect hamstring, he had to dare Paul, because he won a super ball, a great assist for a great score from Jamie Ormond.
Puck out goes short to the wing back Jamie Moylan, and he goes long to the edge of the 21 where Thomas O'Connor battles for it with Evan Morris. Evan Morris a bit armsy and handsy in the tackle, but Thomas O'Connor has it back. He's back up onto his feet. He's running into Tipperary players. He's bouncing around, and he just loses possession. Good diligent defending there from the Tipperary men, and back it goes to goalkeeper Paddy McCormack. He launches this ball long into the half forward line looking for Jamie Ormond, and it breaks off Jamie Ormond towards a Clare man, Matthew O'Halloran, and he kicks it forward, breaks off him and towards a Clare man who breaking through the tackle, as it's all very loose in the middle of the field and no one has any time on the ball, and David Coskin has it back for Tipperary. He's hooked though, the ball is stuck on the ground again. Matthew O'Halloran is tripped up, and it's going to be a free out for Clare. And Matthew O'Halloran, Ken, in fairness to him, aesthetically when he's coming out with the ball, not the most pleasing player to watch, but he is so effective. He comes out with an awful lot of ball. Yeah,
he's a real dogged Frank Lohan type hurler,
So free for Fred Hegarty now as he looks to reduce Tipperary's lead from 2 points to 113 to 111. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. A reminder, your coverage here on Tipp FM is with thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre, and we say thanks to Jim Neve and all the gang in Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre have sponsored every game we've done of this championship, and hopefully this isn't the last we see the under-20s. Reminder, the winners tonight go into that All-Ireland final on the June bank holiday weekend. Here's Fred Hegarty looking to get Clare's latest score, just halfway between the 265s as he's striking. It's flirting with the post, but it's split them and gone over the bar. That's 7 for Fred Hegarty, and we're back to a 1 point game. So puck out down to the right hand side. That's the City end goals for Paddy McCormack. Doesn't get a good strike on that as he kind of tops it out towards the 65. It's straight towards Michael Collins. He puts it down on his hurley now. He's trying to get away from Shane Cleary. Cleary stays with him the whole way, forces the shot from the difficult angle, but it's gone over the bar, and now we're level. Michael Collins with his second of the night. 7.5 gone in the second half, 113 apiece.
Yeah, 113 apiece. Colin O'Reilly has the ball. Back to the keeper.
Yeah, and Paddy McCormack surveying his options and just hits it out between the 265s. And what a field that is from Charlie Ryan as he launches himself up into the air, and now he's just going on a run, gets away to Jamie Ormond. Jamie Ormond trying to get away from his man shooting over his shoulder. Jamie Ormond, that's Jamie hanging up in the sky. Does it have the legs? Jamie Ormond over the black spot. What a score that is. 1-2 on the night for him. 3-11 in the championship so far, but what a catch in the middle of the field from Charlie Ryan. Tip lead by 1.
Oh, what a catch. Really high fielding, and what an assist to give to Jamie. But Great score from Jamie.
Puck out goes short to Matthew O'Halloran, and he's going to float one into the middle of the field. A lovely ball to Graham Ball. Ball is going to send this ball high into the edge of the square dangerously. Evan Morris goes up with the hands, it breaks towards Ewan Murray. He can't get it in his possession. Thomas O'Connor accidentally hand passes it out to Ronan Kilroy, and it could open up a goal chance for Clare. Instead he's going to try and poke it over the bar, and he does just that. Ronan Kilroy benefiting off what I called an accidental hand pass from Thomas O'Connor. I think he was trying to catch the ball, and he just miscontrolled it, went straight to his teammate, and 114 apiece.
Yeah, 114 apiece.
Puck out long to the far 65, looking for Stephen Tobin. It comes off his hurley, but Tipperary don't have the bodies around the breaking ball, and now Clare are going to have a goal from between the two 65s from Michael Collins. He's falling as he hits it, but he hits it over the bar, and now Clare lead, Ken. And the shots that Tipperary were hitting wide in the first half, Clare are hitting over the bar, and now with 9 minutes gone in the second half, Clare lead by 1.
Yeah, and that clinch fist salute, big salute from Collins after scoring that as if it was the winning score, but we still have a good 21 minutes to go.
Puck out goes long from Paddy McCormack, and he's got a good strike on that to the far 45. It breaks off David Costigan, and Clare again have bodies as we have pens and papers blowing here in the commentary boxes. The ball is out in the middle of the field, but it's Shane Cleary coming away with the ball for Tipperary. Gets the way to Patrick Ryan. He throws up a dummy, and now it opens up for Patrick Ryan. Tipperary have bodies there. One of them is David Costigan. He's shoulder to the ground, and he's lost possession, and away comes Jamie Moylan, but he's blocked down. It was James Hegarty who was blocked down actually, and Tip have it back through. Costigan gets a hand pass away to Cormac Fitzpatrick. Clare have so many bodies back there, and one of them is Graham Ball, and away comes Clare, but Tip are keeping him in there for as long as they can. Matthew O'Halloran has it now. He gets a hand pass away to Robert Loftus, who's shouldered to the ground big time by Stephen Tobin, and it was a fair shoulder from here, and the referee has just stopped the play because Robert Loftus has just come off worse for wear, but he's not stopped it because it was an illegal tackle. But Stephen Tobin, when you're in training with the Tipperary seniors for the year.
But this is the guy that hit Stephen late over here, and in fairness to Stephen, the ball was there, he came out and Stephen hit him in possession, and the referee couldn't have been any nearer, Paul.
Yeah.
So to be fair to Stephen Tobin, huge hit, I'd say. Robert, hopefully Loftus will be okay. He dished it out himself a couple of minutes ago. Hopefully it's not a head injury or anything like that he's clear to get up and go again.
So he's just a little bit shook up after that. It is going to be an indirect free out now for Clare, so Tip need to be wise to this, but we're see right down below us.
That's what we're sort of trying to see.
Well, right down below us, Brendan Cummins is having a big chat with Paddy Stapleton and Fintan O'Connor and the rest of the management team. So a stoppage in play, Ken, not the worst time for Tipperary, because Clare certainly in the ascendancy at this second half is 10 minutes old. 11 minutes now, but a goal after 7 seconds of the second half for Mark O'Cleary, and now Clare lead by 115 to 114 as Robert Loftus is making his way back up to his feet to the applause of the supporters here in the TUS Gaelic Grounds.
Yes, so what are we here, an indirect free, is it?
Yeah, indirect free, so it is the centre back James Hegarty,
which is as good as a free out. So
yeah, so Clare were in possession of the ball. So Tip need to be very alert to any short balls or any pulls on the ground, as James Hegarty is looking around to see if anything is free.
Yeah, we got caught with the long ball, so we have to be on our...
I'm not sure what the stoppage is here. Referee hasn't blown his whistle yet. There's a lot of pointing going on. I'm really not sure what's... I think Robert Loftus has to come off the field, I think, yeah. So Robert Loftus has to come off the field before he can come back on. Yeah,
as well.
So that was what the issue was there. So here's James Hegarty, and he's going to go long towards the edge of the Tipperary 14. I think you can all guess who's underneath it. It's Thomas O'Connor. Breaks off him. He kicks it out into a bit of space. Now he's going to try and get his first score of the night. One umpire nods to the other, and that's all 6 of Clare's starting forwards on the score sheet now, and Clare lead by 2. 12 and a half minutes into the second half. Puck out taken quickly, and now worked it out as far as Charlie Ryan. He's looking to play it long down the line towards Robbie Ryan. touches off Robbie's hurley at ankle height, and he does well to keep it out in front of him. It's a difficult ball to try and control, but he's
brilliant.
done so well, Robbie Ryan, and now he's put the head down. He's trying to open up possibly a goal chance, and it's gone across as far as Jamie Ormond. Jamie Ormond now is going to try and put it over the bar from close range, and Jamie Ormond does what any vice captain would do, and he puts it over the bar. And we speak about vice captain, and now we can speak about captain, because Oisin O'Donoghue is warming up and ready to come on down beneath us. 1 point game, Clare lead, 13 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, this chap will be itching to get into the action.
Puck out goes long, looking for Ronan Kilroy. He's caught a few brilliant puck outs here today. Can't quite control that one as the ball breaks off him onto the ground, and Shane Cleary has won it for Tipperary. He's growing in influence in this game as he plays it down the line towards Jamie Ormond, who's out in front of his man and tries to touch it around him. Ball just stuck on the ground now as David Costigan throws himself in to try and win it back for Tipperary. The ball is still there, breaks towards Michael Collins, and Collins has it now for Clare, but he runs into 3 Tipperary players, and now the ball is still stuck on the ground between the 2 65s, but it's Charlie Ryan to win it for Tipperary. He plays a low ball into the full forward line looking for Robbie Ryan. This time Robert Loftus is doing well to win that ball back as a loose hurley just strikes Robbie Ryan. He's alright though as Clare come out with the ball and clear it long through their captain Owen Gunning. Long ball towards the edge of the D again, and it's Thomas O'Connor who again gets first contact on that ball and just knocks it to the surface, and a lovely little flick from David Ryan back as far as Evan Morris. He throws up a nice little dummy, but then hand passes it straight towards a Clare man, and it is Marco Cleary in possession. He plays the outball back to Thomas O'Connor. His touch wasn't in, and away comes big Adam Ryan on the ball for Tipperary. Puts it down on his hurley, and now he goes long into the full forward line looking for Cormac Fitzpatrick. Breaks in behind him and his man towards Robbie Ryan. Robbie Ryan trying to get in around his man. Jamie Ormond, I should say, plays it back out to Cormac Fitzpatrick. Cormac Fitzpatrick been chased by 2 Clare men, and he's been hooked by one of them, and the breaking ball is going to go to a Clare man, Owen Gunning. As the wind continues to blow here as Clare try and work this ball out of their full back line. Cormac Fitzpatrick working hard over there to try and keep him in there. Jamie Ormond likewise, and bouncing the ball off the ground there is James Hegarty. He's trying to come through tackles, and Clare are running this ball out of the defence, and they get it up to Ronan Kilroy halfway between the 2 65s. He's still going, ball back on his hurley, he's still going, and oh, what a tackle that is from Adam Ryan, who chased him all the way back, knocked the ball off his hurley, and now Tipperary come away with possession. Stephen Tobin has it, trying to get in around his man, takes a lot of steps, he's still going, it's opened up for Stephen Tobin, he's up to the 14, oh, it's a brilliant goal, what a goal that is for Stephen Tobin, into the corner, Tipperary back into the lead, 2:15 to 1:16, and now we see the substitution. On comes Oisin O'Donoghue, the captain of the team is on, and it's first Sam Rowan, but Stephen Tobin, Ken, what a goal he's just scored.
Sensational goal from Tobin, what a run, straight through, shortened the hurley. Textbook goal, and Sam Rowan being replaced by Oisin O'Donoghue. Oisin going in at 10, and coming back out to the middle of the field, I think David Costigan, no, Patrick Ryan comes to the middle of the field.
Puck out goes long for Clare. Tip now lead 2:15 to 1:16. It's a 2-point lead for Tipperary. What a game of hurling we've had here in the TUS Gaelic Grounds. As the ball is breaking around the Tipperary 45, it's David Ryan to win it off the surface for Tipperary. Gets it back to Shane Cleary. So composed in possession as he sends this ball long again, looking for Jamie Ormond, who's really growing an influence in this game. Has he been pushed in the back? No, says the referee. Jamie Ormond gets back off the surface, wins it, plays a lovely ball in behind towards David Costigan, who just can't get his touch. It was a difficult ball to take, but he just missed it, and away comes Clare coming out of the fence, and a loose hand pass is gone straight to a Tipperary man, but the hand pass was loose because there was a foul on the Clare man, and it is going to be a free out. But Ken, a massive final quarter to come. We know how strong this Clare team has been in the final quarters of games.
Yeah, and Jamie just had the chance of a score, but he tried to give the hard ball to David, and David was in hard looking picking it.
Big free from Mark Sheedy, just going out to the edge of the D. A lot of bodies up for it. Ronan Kilroy is one, but it's Ewan Murray to get the ball off the ground for Tipperary and passes it back to his goalkeeper Paddy McCormick, who's offering himself for possession. Paddy goes long looking for Stephen Tobin, who's trying to catch it out in front of his man, gets hand on ball but just can't secure possession, and really strong over the ball over there is Jamie Moylan, and he allows Daniel Costello to come in and win it back for Clare as Michael Collins brings it forward and gives it back to Jamie Moylan. He cuts in on the 65. He's got 2 Tipperary men in hot pursuit, and one of them is Patrick Ryan, who gets a brilliant hook, and the ball breaks towards Cathal O'Reilly, who just can't secure it first time, has to kick it away, and now Cathal O'Reilly has it, takes a lovely touch and tries to get a hand pass away, but has his hand pass blocked down, and away comes Marco Cleary, away as far as Thomas O'Connor. Thomas O'Connor shoots, it's going to be wide, but it's going to come back for the free, and just considering what's been let go, Ken, it's on the softish side, that free given. And
very soft free. In my opinion, I thought Cathal O'Reilly was foul coming out.
So it is going to be Sean Arthur coming onto the field for Clare. He's another one of the minor All-Ireland winners of 3 years ago. And he's wearing the number 18 jersey as he's doing some high knees down beneath us to warm himself up before coming on. But big free coming for Fred Hegarty. It's just outside the 45, relatively central position. Tip lead by 2, 48 minutes gone, 2:15 to 1:16. Tip's goals coming from Stephen Tobin and Jamie Ormond. So
Sean Arthur been introduced. Hegarty with a free. Conditions are wet, but what a tremendous game. Skill on both sides. Joy to behold.
And serious work rate. Here's Fred Hegarty. Just pulls that a little bit, but puts it over the bar. I think that is the substitution. It is Paul Rogers. He's been replaced by number 18, Sean Arthur.
This is a substitution to make every game, Paul. Arthur for Rogers.
If it's not broke, they're not going to fix it. They've had huge final quarters of games, final 10 minutes of games have this Clare team, but hopefully Tipperary can be the ones to benefit tonight. As Stephen Tobin is fouled, he's going to just have a hit and hope from the sideline. He knows he's playing with an advantage, so it is going to come back for that free. And it's out in the sideline. Difficult free coming now for Cormac Fitzpatrick on the 45. But Stephen Tobin, Ken, is having a real fine game because he did maybe struggle a little bit in 1 or 2 games after he made his senior debut. But we're seeing the real Stephen Tobin here tonight.
Yeah, he's only a kid, and yet at 18 years of age playing senior hurling with Tipperary, he's shown his pedigree tonight. Really difficult free, and the linesman hasn't made it too easy for him either, bringing it out to the sideline. But Cormac, this is a critical one for you.
2:16 to 1:16 is what the scoreboard reads. I'm not sure, is that 100% correct?
I think we're the other way around.
Yeah, so Cormac Fitzpatrick, what a free that is for Cormac Fitzpatrick, and that is a real high level of difficulty, and he's got his 4th of the night.
Great score by Cormac Fitzpatrick under pressure.
The scoreboard now reads 2:15 to 1:17.
I think we're 2:16 to 1:17, am I right?
Yeah, I think you're right, Ken. Puck out to goal long by Mark Sheedy. Central down towards the half forward line. It breaks towards Patrick Ryan of Bursalee. Hand passes it back to Thurles Sarsfield's Ewan Murray. Again, it's another little jink from Ewan Murray as he plays it out towards Shane Cleary. Shane Cleary taking on his man Thomas O'Connor, and now he's going to try and go back down the line, and now he's just going to send it long into the forwards to hope they can win the ball. It's come off someone's hurley. It's come off a Clare hurley, and it's going to be a line ball in for Tipperary.
We have the scoreline right now.
2:16 to 1:17 the scoreboard reads now. No flies on Ken Hogan. So puck out, line ball to come. It is going to be Jamie Ormond on this near side, and he's going to go back cleverly towards Shane Cleary. The Kilrowan McDonough's man is going to go back to the man who hit the line ball, Jamie Ormond. He's time to look at the post. Starts it at this left post, and it is going to go to the left and wide. That's Tipperary's first wide. Well, now you can count it as a second wide because Stephen Tobin got one just before that last free was given. So 16 wides for Tipperary on the night. Puck out goes out to the left wing back position. Tip leading by 2. We've 9 minutes plus additional time to go. Dangerous ball into the edge of the 14 now under the big man Thomas O'Connor and the goal scorer Mark O'Cleary. But coming out with that ball now is Cathal O'Reilly. A lovely little hand pass out towards Shane Cleary. Shane Cleary has Mark O'Cleary in hot pursuit, and away comes Shane Cleary. Gets a nice hand pass away to Patrick Ryan. Patrick Ryan looking down the line, looking to get it in as far as Cormac Fitzpatrick, trying to get a touch out in front of his man. Could have been fouled there, but play on, says the referee. Away comes Matthew O'Halloran, and he hand passes into the middle of the field to Fred Hegarty, who's so good at finding pockets of space, and he gets it and just drives it into the full forward line. It's 2v1, and the 2 is for Tipperary, and they're in possession through Ewan Murray. Ewan Murray sends it long straight back to where it came from, but it's straight to a Clare man. Nacho O'Halloran plays a loose ball into the middle of the field, but Fred Hegarty, a nice disguised pass, opens it up for Michael Collins on the far side. He turns onto his left out near the sideline, hits it high towards the post. Umpire's having a good look at it, but it has gone wide. Just the second wide of the night for Clare compared to Tipperary's 16.
Right.
So that tells its own story. Puck out goes short to David Ryan, and now Shane Cleary in possession. Back to David Ryan it goes. David Ryan now takes it on down the line, looking for some options as he runs himself into trouble, and surely a shoulder into the back on David Ryan. Play is continuing in around the 265s. David Ryan has picked himself up off the ground, but it's David Costigan to come out with the dirty ball, and now he goes long into the full forward line, and it's a free out for Clare, as Robbie Ryan is incensed with that decision. It looked like he was being pulled down, but referee thinks he done the pulling, so it's going to be a free out for Clare. And a brilliant win by David Coskin, and he tried to play that killer ball. And now it's a free out for Clare. So 2:16 to 1:17. It's a 2-point lead for Tip. We're 52 minutes, 50 seconds gone. Your coverage on Tipp FM with thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre. Again, Clare go high and long towards the edge of the Tipperary 21, but it's David Ryan back there for Tipperary. And now Shane Cleary has it. He plays a lovely bounce pass towards Patrick Ryan. The Bursley man gives it back to the killer one man, and away comes Shane Cleary, takes it into contact, and now trying to get a hand pass away, and he's under a lot of pressure there in the middle of the field by number 17. But Oisin O'Donoghue is in to win it back for Tipperary, and he powers his way past the man. Oisin O'Donoghue on the 45 hits it towards the Clare end, and over the bar from Oisin O'Donoghue, the captain of the team, with his first intervention of the night, wins the ball, powers past the man, sends it over the bar. Tip lead by 3.
Yeah, super score again by Oisin.
Puck out goes short as Clare work it through the hands. A lot of steps taken by Matthew O'Halloran, but gets it away as far as Jamie Moylan. He sends a big, long, dangerous ball towards the edge of the square, bouncing on the ground, and the referee has blown the whistle, and he's given a penalty. Unbelievably so. He's given a penalty, and it's going to be a penalty for Clare. A long ball up. It looked to be a fair contest from my angle, and now it's a penalty for Clare and a chance to level the game. Nicky O'Toole seems fairly adamant that there was a pull. On first viewing, I didn't see it, but I appreciate Nicky O'Toole has a better vantage point down on the field. But it's a penalty coming for Clare, and Fred Hegarty scored one in last year's Munster final, and now he's looking to level the game by scoring another one in this year's.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nicky O'Toole as a referee, as I told you before the match, and I don't know where that came from. Robbie Ryan was fouled at the other end. He gave a free out, so he's bringing Clare back into the game.
Here's Fred Hegarty to level the game. 54 and a half gone. Paddy McCormick stands on the line for Tipperary, and the ball is sent low into the back of the net. A brilliant penalty from Fred Hegarty. Bounced it off the surface, low to Paddy McCormick's right. He went the right way, but it was an unstoppable shot into the corner. And now we're level 2:17 apiece as Clare prepare a substitute to come on down below us. And it is their St. Flannan's Harty Cup captain, Harry Doherty. He's on for Daniel Costello. So we're level now, Ken, 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, but 5 minutes to go.
So where is the JJ Kennelly Perpetual Cup going to go? Is it going to go off towards Clare, or is it going to be going back to Tipperary? As the ball hangs in the air, this game hangs in the balance on this puck out, and it breaks into the middle of the field to the man who's just on the field, Harry Doherty. His pass is towards Fred Hegarty. He puts the head down after just scoring that penalty. He's trying to run away from Charlie Ryan, but the Burlahan man is in hot pursuit, but Fred Hegarty still has it, strikes it off his left. It's heading towards the post, and there's a big score for the big number 12, and Clare lead by 1 now, 2:18 to 2:17, as a big puck out coming for Paddy McCormick. He goes long, looking for Stephen Tobin. It comes off Tobin's hurley. Clare have bodies around that breaking ball. One of them is Michael Collins. He gets it, sends this ball long into the full forward line of Clare. The ball breaks off Ewan Murray's hurley towards Ronan Kilroy. He's not looking at the goals. He's just going to strike, and he's going to pull his effort way left and wide. Third wide of the game for Clare.
Yeah, third wide of the game for Clare. Big turning point. That penalty being awarded. Now Clare in the ascendancy. It's amazing what the boost of a president of a goal gives to a team.
Well, Tip need to find something now as Paddy McCormick goes long. He's looking for Oisin O'Donoghue, who has to sprint forward to try and win this ball. It really wasn't a ball that favoured him, and away on the attack goes Jamie Moylan on this near sideline. He's got Shane Cleary in hot pursuit, and brilliant defending from Shane Cleary forces the wide and gets the hook on his man. And now puck out coming. Paddy McCormick spots Oisin O'Donoghue in space between the two 65s, but it's a poor puck out from Paddy McCormick on this occasion into the breeze. And now Clare have it back through Jamie Moylan. He gets in around Shane Cleary and just flicks it up to the full forward Thomas O'Connor. Thomas O'Connor breaks off him, and Ewan Murray has it. He's been pulled and dragged out of, and it's going to be a free out for Tipperary. But Ken down by 1, 3 minutes to go. Tip need to get something going here, and a bit of composure needs to be shown.
That's really nice of Nicky O'Toole to give us a free out there. A blatant pull. That's our first free in a long time. So Paddy McCormick with it. We still have a good 3 minutes plus injury time.
Yeah, 57 minutes 14 seconds gone. Paddy McCormick just outside his own 21 down to our right hand side, gets a good strike on this, and it's heading down towards Jamie Ormond and Robbie Ryan. Up goes Jamie Ormond to knock it down, and the ball comes back out towards a Clare man, Michael Collins. He gets a hand pass away as far as Graham Ball. He spins out of a tackle and just gets a strike away. A dangerous ball into the full forward line again as it bounces off hands and hurleys and bodies there as it's stuck on the ground, and coming out with the ball is a Tipperary man. It's Cathal O'Reilly. He's looking down the line, looking for Robbie Ryan, puts it into a bit of space in front of his Holy Cross Ballycahill teammate, and Robbie Ryan flicks it forward, but Robert Loftus keeps the ball in play for Clare, gets it off to Fred Hegarty. He's going to have a goal from his own 65. He fakes it and goes on the run, gets a nice hand pass away, and it just breaks into the middle of the field, and diving to try and get it off the surface was Shane Cleary. Surely a push in the back from a Tipperary man. No, says the referee. Stephen Tobin has it. He's going to shoot. Stephen Tobin's effort from just inside the 65 is to the left and wide. 58 minutes 13 seconds gone. Clare lead by 1. Can Tipperary find a way back and try and get something out of this game? Puck out to come now from Mark Sheedy. Just over 1.5 minutes to go as Tipperary prepare Owen Duhan to enter the fray, but not just yet. Mark Sheedy, the Clare goalkeeper, long with the puck out, down on top of Ronan Kilroy, and he's fouled Shane Cleary in the air. And now it's a free out coming, and now here comes Owen Duhan for the substitute, but Shane Cleary having a fine game out there.
Shane Cleary, he's left everything on the pitch, heart and soul, running up and down that pitch. Started as a wing forward, played as a midfielder, now back at left half back. What a versatile player. Owen Duhan, a noted sharpshooter. Flannans will know all about Owen Duhan, so we need to get him in.
And he's coming on for Robbie Ryan, Ken, who has given his all out there. Comes off the field with 2 points to his name.
Yeah, Robbie Ryan, tremendous game in my opinion. 2 brilliant points in play, couple of great assists, 1 freeze. I didn't get the rub of the green there, but great effort by Robbie.
And Oisin O'Donoghue is going to come back. So it's halfway between his own 45 and 65 and into the breeze.
In my opinion, he's not going to make it, but hopefully it might stick. The far post is the place to hit, Paul, because the breeze seems to be blowing into our face.
So here goes Oisin O'Donoghue. Gets a big high strike on it. It's going to be landing in around the edge of the square dangerously underneath the crossbar. It's pulled on. It's still around the edge of the square. A Clare man has it. It's still there. Stephen Tobin has it. Has he been fouled? No, says the referee. And away comes Clare with the ball. And Fred Hegarty just misses his touch. Oisin O'Donoghue is back for Tipperary. He's stuck on the sideline though. He's going to try a Hail Mary from the sideline. Oisin O'Donoghue. It's to the left and wide. 18 wides for Tipperary. 60 minutes gone now. It's all on whatever. 3 additional minutes to come.
3 minutes.
Massive 3 minutes to come. Tipperary down by 1. Clare are usually the strong finishers. This time we need Tip to finish. The sun has re-emerged out from behind the clouds as Mark Sheedy sends this puck out high into the clouds, down on top of young Harry Doherty, who's onto the field. It comes off his hand towards Shane Cleary, and Cleary battles for the possession of the ball, but a Clare man has it now. Bounces off a Clare man, and David Costigan has it. He just hits it into the forward line to see can Tipperary make it stick. It comes off a Tipperary hurley towards a Clare man, and that is James Hegarty. He sends it long into the forward line looking for big Thomas O'Connor, but Evan Morris does well like he's done all game on him, and now Ewan Murray has it, gets it away as far as Charlie Ryan. Oisin O'Donoghue, loose touch from him in the middle of the field, but he has it now as he's going to send it into the full forward line looking for Cormac Fitzpatrick, and Owen Gunning over there battling for possession, and it's a real 50-50 fight for the ball over there. The ball stuck on the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball in for Tipperary on the 21 over on the far side of the field. Ken, would you be looking at someone to go for this?
I think it's a ridiculous angle. I've seen Jason Ford doing it, but it's a ridiculous angle.
Tipperary go quick and they work it back as far as Patrick Ryan, who's chopped, and it is going to be a free in for Tipperary. And
I think the referee is having a crisis of conscience, Paul, here, because indeed it's the least we deserve, but there will still be a good 90 seconds, we reckon, to play. Please God, Cormac's not an easy free.
No, not an easy free.
On a damp even, a wet even against the breeze, so take your time, Cormac.
He's just inside the 45 and about 10 yards in from the far sideline.
Noticeable that we have no one inside. If this ball hit the post, lads,
So Cormac Fitz takes it.
Come on, Cormac.
And Cormac Fitz, ice in his veins, over the bar. The sides are level. We have 65 seconds to go. It's 2:18 apiece. Clare puck out, goes long from Mark Sheedy into the half-back line of Tipperary. Up goes Adam Ryan, it breaks off him. A Clare man has it, he's stuck, and Tipperary have it back through David Ryan. He flicks it long, looking for Jamie Ormond. Ormond now, the ball just doesn't bounce his favourably, and away comes Clare with the ball, and that looked like a hand pass away from... And it's a free out coming for Clare, and it was Robert Loftus just lost possession of the ball and fell into Stephen Tobin. Not an awful lot Tobin could do. And it's going to be a free for Fred Hegarty inside his own 45.
The linesman needs to bring him back because he has a huge breeze behind him. So here we go. We have to pick up every player. And the linesman turns his back to him then as he brings the ball up another yard.
So here's Fred Hegarty now, way inside his own 45. We have 2 minutes 45 seconds of the second half played. He's going to strike it. It doesn't look like it's long enough, so it's going to be landing dangerously around the Tipperary 21. Bounces on the ground. Harry Doherty almost had it for Clare. Now he does have it for Clare, trying to get away, to get a shot away. He's got it as far as Michael Collins, and what a diving block that is from David Costigan, and the referee is going to call it at that, and we are going to have extra time as the Clare crowd boo, because that breaking ball went to a Clare man, but they can't complain too much because they got a penalty for what looked like not a lot. But the Clare crowd are incensed. They're running on to the referee, and one of the Mayor Commons is going to get himself in the book. But Ken, we're going to extra time. 2:18 apiece is the full-time score, but David Costigan with a diving block to save Tipperary's skin.
Yeah, and Mayor Foran is getting a yellow card as well.
Oh my God, what a crazy game. We're going to extra time, Ken, and now it's another kind of question for Brendan Cummins and Liam Cahill about Oisin O'Donoghue, but you're surely going to have to leave him on the field at this point.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. There's no going back now once you go in, but what a match. 2:18 each. You know, Clare probably had the better the first half, Tip had the better the second half, but from my point of view, hugely harsh penalty against Tipperary at a very tight situation when Tip were really on top with, you know, a goal. So from that perspective, we take it from there.
Yeah, 2:18 apiece. It was Cormac Fitzpatrick, Ken. That was not an easy free he had over there. Just in from the sideline, in from the 45. One of those ones that you back yourself on a normal day, but you know, 2 minutes into additional time in a Munster Under-20 final in cold, wet conditions, it was a big time free from him.
Yeah, big time free, but every Tipperary player stood up there in the second half against wind and breeze, you know. It really was a strong finish from Tip. We deserved that equaliser, that chop on Patrick Ryan. Smart enough from Jamie Ormond, Paul, to hit that quick line ball. And Patrick, who has been very impressive in the second half there as a substitute. But Shane Cleary, what a game. Empty the tank. Ewan Murray, superb. I just felt that Tip had played well enough in that second half, you know, to get out. But of course, that turning point of that penalty seemed hugely harsh to me. Obviously, there'll be television replays and things like that we haven't the luxury of, Paul. But thankfully, a draw was a deserved result for Tipperary. At least. Yeah,
so they live to fight another day, or not fight another day, fight another 20 minutes, because this one is going to extra time. And some correspondence about that last free that Tipperary got seemed harsh on Clare on the replays, but from our angle it did look like a chop, but it is going to be well, it was a free for Tipperary, which Cormac Fitzpatrick put over the bar. So 2:18 apiece. I feel like I need to get my breath back. We're going to take a quick ad break. This Munster Under-20 Hurling Final has gone full time. 2:18 for Tipperary, 2:18 for Clare, but extra time is to come. We'll take a quick ad break if we can. Carol is back in the studio, and then we'll be back for the extra time live here in the TUS Gaelic Grounds in just a few. And you're very welcome back to the TUS Gaelic Grounds here in Limerick. It is the end of normal time, and we are level. Tipperary 2:18, Clare 2:18 in what has been a crazy game of hurling in this Munster Under-20 Hurling Final. Ken, a lot of contentious decisions in that second half. Tipperary's goal, Stephen Tobin, I think I said it at the time that he'd certainly got away with the maximum amount of steps before scoring a sensational goal. Then down the other end, we've only seen it in live first viewing, what looked to be a soft penalty. Certainly wasn't blatant penalty awarded to Clare, which Fred Hegarty expertly put into the bottom corner. And then from what we're hearing, the last free for Tipperary seemed to be a soft one, certainly from our first unit. It looked like a chop from our angle, but I appreciate the TV cameras would have caught it better than we could see it up here. But maybe these things balance each other out, Ken, but more importantly, Clare are down in the dressing rooms to our left, Tipperary down the dressing rooms to our right, and both are going to re-emerge for extra time of a Munster final.
Yeah, that's the old saying, balance things. I was really annoyed about the penalty, and now I'm hearing from all my friends that have been watching on TV, coming through here on social media and on WhatsApp, that it was a very harsh penalty, and also the free to Tipperary was also very harsh on Clare. So there was a bit of making up done, I think, in that situation. But both teams now have 20 minutes to sort it out. Oisin O'Donoghue will be on the pitch. Paul, you're surmising there, and I'm actually also getting a text about that there will be a free for Tipperary on the 21 in the second half because of the fact of the Mairishka being booked.
Yeah, the new descent rules that have come in. So at the end of normal time, we should mention that Michael Collins, I think it felt, had the chance to win the game for Clare, but for a sensational diving block from David Costigan. After that block, the ball bounced to a Clare man. The referee blew full time. Clare will feel they could have got another shot away. They were certainly on the edge of the D. It was an advantageous position, and the ball was, or the game was blown up after that. The Clare Mairishka came in and complained and was given a yellow card. So with that descent rule, it should be free to Tipperary, we think anyway. So let's see what happens. We're seeing a replay of the penalty. It's a bit of a pullback, all right, from Cathal O'Reilly, but you know, it's I don't know, it's nothing. I don't know, do you give a penalty for that? Maybe you do. It's immaterial now, but it is 2:18 apiece, and so yeah, it will be interesting to see now. Maybe from full time to normal time, or full time to extra time, the game can't restart on a descent free, but certainly from one half to another it can.
I think we did witness the referee going down to the Clare management and officials and telling them that he was pointing towards the free, so because they seem to be disappointed about it.
Yeah, so that's what's to come. As Kevin Halley in the commentary position mentioned to us, it is brighter now than it was at half time. The sun has re-emerged from the clouds, and those ominous looking clouds have pushed on away from the Clare Glen, so it's turned into a lovely evening now, but it is still very cold and very breezy. But Ken, extra time, you've been involved in many extra times, both as a player and a manager, I'm sure. Like, what do you say to the players? They've given their absolute all. Fatigue is going to come into it, but from a Tipperary point of view, Clare have played 3-4 weeks on the bounce. Tipperary have had that 2-week break. Maybe we see that coming into play here in these next 20 minutes.
It may happen, but Clare have a very good team, great strength and depth. But then we have also Oisin O'Donoghue, Owen Duhan and Patrick Ryan coming into the fray there, and we also have who are fresh. You know, Oisin will be very fresh. He'll be calm in there, he'll be composed, got a brilliant point in the second half, got his hands on the ball. They will still feel they have a huge opportunity here, but these are two excellent teams. It's terrible to actually, see one of them going out, but that's the facts of life. I hope it doesn't go to penalties, lads. It may happen, but an absolutely outstanding game of hurling.
Yeah, it's been brilliant, and the work rate from both sides. We've seen diving blocks, we've seen just brilliant interventions at the back, hard working forwards keeping the ball alive. We've seen it all, and we've seen some brilliant scores as well. The goals, let's start 7 seconds into the second half. A high ball uncontested by anyone on the edge of the Tipperary square falls to Mark O'Cleary, and he puts it away from close range. I mentioned at the time that's his fourth score of this championship, and he's got 4 goals, so he doesn't bother with the points, does Mark O'Cleary. He just goes for goals, and he's got 4 of them in this championship, and he's got 1 of them here tonight. The second goal for Clare in that second half came from the penalty spot from Fred Hegarty. A great strike from him, low, bounces off the ground perfectly into that bottom corner. Little to nothing Paddy McCormick could do to keep it out. And then the Tipperary goals, we saw one just before half time from Jamie Ormond after Robbie Ryan kept the ball alive, played it across the edge of the 21 or edge of the 14. Jamie Ormond got it round to the goalkeeper, put it into the back of the net. And the other goal, Stephen Tobin gets the ball all of 55 yards out from goal, takes on his man and just head down, brings it up to the edge of the 14 and shortens the grip, puts it into the top corner. As we hear an announcement now. Oh, there's someone's car. Someone's been called to move their car. I'd say they'll say they'll say give me another 20 minutes and I'll go out and move it. But Nicky O'Toole is going through the admin with looks like Johnny Ryan down below us. Not right, Ken. Ken is offering me a full fill Munster Under-20 Hurling Championship, of course, as we wait for the teams to come back out for the second half. But Ken, what do you be saying to players at half at this juncture when you're about to go out for extra time? Because as I said, a lot of tired bodies are going to be out there now.
Yeah, now, like we felt that Tip came out very late for the throw in for the second half.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, 6 to 7 seconds, the goal was scored. We got caught on the back foot. I think Tip need to come out and get going from the very word go. I think we have a marvellous group of players. I think Brennan and co will be emphasising composure. We have guys with minor under 20 medals in their pockets.
Yeah.
We have guys out there that played on a 13-man team to win an All-Ireland minor. Below in Kilkenny, in the backyard of Kilkenny Hurling. So these guys are used to adversity. They have been used to being hit and they have bounced back. And this is what they will be emphasising, for the second half. Clare, of course, have the hunger, have the drive within. This is a fascinating battle. And just to look up, we had how many wides?
We had, as I have it anyway down in front of me, 18 compared to Clare's 4.
Yeah, so we're looking at 218 all on a very wet, wintry evening with a lot of wind. So both teams now are being told to come out and get going.
And Nicky O'Toole is, I don't want to feel for him. He's out there in just the shorts and referee jersey trying to keep himself warm, waiting for the teams to come out.
I'd say he's warming up. I'd say his ears are after being warmed by both Tip and Clare supporters.
So he's out there, and now here comes Tipperary, led by Oisin O'Donoghue, down to our right-hand side. So Tip emerged first for the first half. So 2 periods of 10 minutes, with just a short interval between those 2 10 minutes. And here comes Clare down to our left. You could certainly say we're outnumbered here in the Gaelic Grounds this evening, judging by those roars. But on the scoreboard, it's 2:18 apiece and a massive 20 minutes of Munster Under-20 Hurling to come. Your coverage on Tipp FM is with thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre. And now, Ken, the issue of who wins the toss, do you take the breeze, what do you do, that all comes into it now as well.
Yeah, without doubt.
Owen Gunning.
Here we go, photographs again, like the game is starting.
Yeah, Bridget Delaney and a few more down there are taking the photos of Owen Gunning, and it's Oisin O'Donoghue now, who's resumed his role as captain. Of course, vice captain was Jamie Ormond. Oisin O'Donoghue didn't start the game. So the toss has been done by Nicky O'Toole. Owen Gunning, very tight marking defender throughout this game. As
Jamie Ormond's heading up towards the goals.
Yeah, so Tip playing into the breeze in the first half of extra time, as Paddy McCormick makes his way down to the goals, down to our right hand side. And
I think nobody's conscious of the breeze anymore.
Just looking at the flagpoles as we look down to our right towards Thomond Park in the background, you can still see the flags blowing fairly strong off the poles. So a bit of work to do. I'm just trying to see if there's any substitutions. We would be informed if there was.
So Owen Duhan up there, he is.
Yeah, he's in the middle of, or he's not in the middle of the field, he's pushed up. Yeah,
21-yard free for Tip.
Yeah, so it is going to be a 21-yard free for Tipperary, like we mentioned. That's for the descent. So a handy start to the second half coming for Cormac Fitzpatrick, and surely, Ken, it's putting it over the bar. The Clare crowd aren't happy, but they never are really. So here comes Cormac Fitzpatrick, and over the bar it goes. So over the bar for Cormac Fitzpatrick. And I mentioned the Clare crowd are never happy. That was harsh. They are happy, but they're certainly letting their unhappiness show into the referee. But after all that, Cormac Fitzpatrick has put that ball over the bar. Tip lead by 1. So ball in the middle of the field now. The puck out from Mark Sheedy, and Patrick Ryan has hit it straight to Ronan Kilroy, and it's a free in for Clare. And in fairness, Ken, the Clare crowd are nearly shouting for him to be sent off, but it's just a fairly innocuous enough coming together with Patrick Ryan and Ronan Kilroy. It was a hard collision, all right, but Nicky O'Toole is coming over to have a word with his linesman, but I'd be very surprised if this is anything other than maybe a yellow card here for Patrick Ryan.
Yeah, well, Brick Walsh says Tyler Walsh is there, so he's the referee, and so he's having a chat with him. Usually when he's having a chat, it's a yellow.
They're booing again. So
yeah, well, they have the free now, and I think the yellow is Patrick Ryan will be disappointed in the fact that he got blocked down more than the fact that he got booked.
Yeah, Ronan Kilroy is back up and able to continue, which is good to see. So here's Fred Hegarty now, halfway between the 45 and 65. So he's looking to level the game. Tip leading 219 to 218, 1.5 minutes into the first period of additional time, extra time even here in the TUS Gaelic Grounds. So here's Fred Hegarty. The crowd goes hush now as he goes through his routine. Clean, crisp strike, and over the bar it goes from Fred Hegarty. 110 on the night for him, 245 in the championship for the Clare number 12. Puck out from Paddy McCormick. He's going long over to the uncovered stand side of the field. Underneath the ball for Tipperary is Oisin O'Donoghue. The ball breaks off him towards Graham Ball. He loses possession and it's broken back towards Oisin O'Donoghue. He's spinning out of tackles and he's called for over carrying. He did drop the ball immediately. That seemed on the harsh side, but Nicky O'Toole is running down the field and Fred Hegarty is standing over this free just inside his own 65.
Yeah, very harsh on Oisin O'Donoghue. He was trying to play the ball, but he gave the free.
So it is Fred Hegarty. So I'd say both sets of players aren't too upset with just getting the chance to get their breaths back and build back up the energy that they expended in that first 60 minutes. 2:19 apiece now, 2 minutes 50 seconds into the first half of the 10-minute period of the first 10-minute period of extra time. Fred Hegarty on his own 65 gets a monstrous strike on this, but it's across the face of the goals and
just
wide.
In a sense.
So puck out to come again from Paddy McCormick. He's looking to see if there's something on short. He plays it into the hands of Ewan Murray, and Ewan Murray gets caught for over carrying, and he did take two dummies, but God, Nicky O'Toole is trigger happy with the whistle, Ken.
Yeah, he's I think he's a young guy. I'd say he's definitely influenced by probably a bit of jib he's got from the Clare crowd, and they're intimidating him now at this stage, I suppose, and he's just reacting to them and trying to get back on their good side.
Well, he's doing his best if that's his his goal, and probably was maybe just another one of those borderline ones where you see it kind of let go a lot of the time, but well, usually if a player takes two kind of side steps, you often see it given as a free. So this is going to be very handy for Fred Hegarty, and over the bar it goes. 111 now for him as Clare go back into the lead, 220 to 219. 4 minutes gone in the first half of extra time. Puck out goes short to the left corner back, Cathal O'Reilly. He throws it up back on his hurley. Now he takes on his man, Mark O'Cleary, and loses the ball but wins it back, does Cathal O'Reilly. Breaks out of a couple of tackles, gets a lovely hand pass away to Ewan Murray. He shortens the hurley, plays it short towards Stephen Tobin, who's out in front of his man, has it in his possession, and he plays a long ball down towards Oisin O'Donoghue in the half forward line. Oisin O'Donoghue, has he been fouled in the air? No, says the referee. The ball breaks towards Michael Collins, just leaves the ball behind him, then breaks the tackle, is off balance as he's shooting. It's a dangerous ball, touched down by the goalkeeper Paddy McCormick, and he just swipes it away from danger. As it's Mark O'Cleary now, the corner forward for Clare. A lot of tired bodies out there. Shane Cleary trying to win the ball back, puts in a good shoulder on Fred Hegarty. Hegarty now brings it across the 45, flicks it brilliantly towards Sean Boyce, Sean Arthur even, and Sean Arthur puts it over the bar for his first score since his introduction, and now Clare lead 221 to 219. 5 minutes gone in this first half of extra time.
Yeah, Tip just need to hold out now for this extra time against the breeze and try and keep the momentum going for the second half.
They need to win ball in the forwards. This puck out goes long, it breaks off towards Shane Cleary. Shane Cleary trying to break a tackle, gets a hand pass off to Oisin O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue now is going to go diagonal into the full forward line towards Cormac Fitzpatrick. His man has slipped and Cormac Fitzpatrick is just going to put the ball over the bar. 7 points for him, assisted by Oisin O'Donoghue, and Tipperary are going to bring Jake Donnellan Houlihan on at the next break of play. So a 1 point game, Clare lead by 1.
Shane Cleary still in the game in a big way, still contributing.
Puck out goes long from Mark Sheedy. Adam Ryan is back in his own half-back line and breaks in behind towards his cousin David. David Ryan brings it back in field towards Ewan Murray. Ewan Murray now tries to get around, surely been fouled. He's been playing with an advantage. Away comes Adam Ryan now, back it goes to David Costigan, and David Costigan just hurts himself as he's clearing that ball long, and breaks in towards Jamie Orman now. He has it, he's on the turn, he has his back to goal, he just shoots from nowhere, and what a score that is from Jamie Orman on his left hand side. The next thing, he just drops the ball to his right ankle, takes a swipe at it, and now the sides are level, 2:21 apiece. Shane Cleary coming off the field for Jake Donnellan Houlihan, and the killer one man has absolutely expended himself today.
Yeah, what a game, and hopefully David Costigan is okay after that. But super display by Shane Cleary. Jake Houlihan on for him.
So the Nene Rogue man on for the killer one man. So ball goes long into the Clare half forward line, and Jake Donnellan-Hoolan bats it to the ground. Ball stuck on the ground now, and trying to get it off the surface is Donnellan-Hoolan, and he just flicks it away from danger momentarily, and Ronan Kilroy is in to try and win it back for Clare. Fred Hegarty is waiting out in the pocket if a Clare man can win the ball. The ball is still being contested on the ground by both sets of players just outside the Tipperary 45. Now progressing out towards the Tipperary 65. Tipperary playing from right to left as we look out. Clare playing from left to right. And it is Patrick Ryan who wins it. And he's judged to have fouled the Clare man. Did look like he wrapped his arm around him and pulled him to the ground. And it's another free in for Clare.
Yeah, definitely the referee is totally influenced by... He's intimidated by the Clare crowd, and now definitely Patrick Ryan fouled before that, and then Patrick endeavoured to pull his man down, and that's what the referee's indicating there. But really inconsistent refereeing. I don't want to be bashing referees, really inconsistent, but he is young.
So here's Fred Hegarty, just inside his own inside the Tipperary 65, so he's about 60 out from the goals, and he's looking to give Clare the lead once more. 7 minutes 43 seconds into the first half of extra time, and he's made no mistake about that one. That's 1-12 on the night for Fred Hegarty, and now Clare are introducing number 20 Jack Meskell, another one of the minors from 3 years ago, and he's coming on for Michael Collins.
Yeah, Michael Collins, a very dangerous player. I'm sure he's expended everything as well, to be fair to the chap. So there's a lot of fresh legs coming into the fray now.
Yeah, always been a fan of Michael Collins from what I've seen from him down through the years at the different grades and Harty Cup, and he's coming off the field. On comes Jack Meskell. So Clare lead by 1, 2:22 to 2:21. Puck out goes long, looking for Oisin O'Donoghue. Breaks off Matthew O'Halloran towards Stephen Tobin. He has space to have a look at the post, and the Carrick Swan striker just hits that to the left and wide. You'd be expecting a striker like Stephen Tobin to split the post there, but wide it goes for the 19th time tonight for Tipperary. Puck out goes long, breaks off big Thomas O'Connor, breaks off him again, and breaks towards Oisin O'Donoghue. He's looking infield now and is going to send a high ball in towards the edge of the 21. Owen Duhan is up, he knocks it to the ground, he has it back, gets a nice out ball towards Stephen Tobin, a nice touch from the Carrick Swan man. He's looking back out the field towards Oisin O'Donoghue. Ball is missed first time by Oisin O'Donoghue, now he's trying to get it again, and he does really well sliding to the ground to win that ball. Gets a hand pass away now to Owen Duhan. He's breaking tackles and he's called for overcarrying, and it's another free for Clare.
Yeah, I think this is all mysterious now at this stage.
And it's taken quickly by James Hegarty, and it's into the Clare full forward line towards Harry Doherty. Harry Doherty now trying to take on his man and losing his footing, so he has to play it back out the field to a teammate who just leaves the ball behind him, and good work there by Patrick Ryan, and a good shoulder there, and Tipperary have won it back. Jake Donnellan-Hoolan with a big shoulder wins it back as David Ryan, and now David Costigan gets it, sends it long into the full forward line, breaks there off a couple of bodies towards a Clare man. It's Robert Loftus, and now Matthew O'Halloran plays it short towards number 17 Graham Ball. He gets it and just hits it high, looking for looking for Thomas O'Connor, who's been marked by Evan Morris, and it's Ewan Murray who comes away with the ball. He's held up, and the tackle just has to throw it up. He doesn't win a free incredibly, and now Tipperary managed to win it back, and a good run coming out of the defence here by Tipperary's Adam Ryan. He gets it and just launched it long to the edge of the square. Tipperary have bodies up there. Can they retain possession? They can't on this occasion. The ball is still there though. David Costigan throws himself into it. Graham Ball has it for Clare. His hand passes away to Matthew O'Halloran, and he hand passes it away from danger towards Fred Hegarty. He gets it and just launches it towards the edge of the square. There's a Tipperary man down receiving attention, but out comes Cathal O'Reilly, wins the ball, gets it off to Adam Ryan. He gets it, tries to place one into the full forward line. It's a nice ball. It breaks through towards Cormac Fitzpatrick. He has it in his possession, gets a hand pass away to Jamie Ormond. Jamie Ormond with a snapshot. Jamie Ormond with a brilliant score to level the game. 1-5 now for the JK Brackens man, as we're going to have one additional minute. We've played 46 seconds of that, but Ewan Murray down receiving attention. Play is going to continue, and Clare have taken the puck out quickly to Jack Meskell. He gets it, plays it down the line. Ewan Murray is back up, but just my God, it's a free in for Clare again. It looked like a 50-50 battle for the ball that we've seen let go, and it's a free in for Clare, central position inside the 45, and a lot of tired bodies out there, Ken.
Totally inexperienced referee, unfortunately I have to say. It's just reacting to the crowd every time. Oh my God.
Yeah, that seems...
I'm just trying
Harry
to...
Doherty had lost his footing, was falling to the ground. David Ryan was falling back in over him.
My upper lip is badly bruised here, just trying to keep my... that's just incredible. Two young teams battling it out, really giving their very best, and you see that carry on.
So here's Fred Hegarty, the busiest man on the field tonight, and he puts that over the bar from close range. And the referee is looking for the slitter, so that's going to be half time of extra time. Clare lead 223 to 222. And we get a quick break here, but we'll stay on air because the half time of extra time is very short. But Ken, a lot of players struggling now with cramp, and it's just about getting through these 10 minutes. And Brennan Cummins and his management have some big decisions to make about where to put players, what players can continue, what players need to be replaced, what replacements can we bring on, how many subs we've made. There's a lot that goes into this.
How many frees will we get? How many frees will be given against us? Because David Ryan, what a textbook tackle, and to be pulled back for it, hard to believe, really hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure where all Clare's scores in that extra time period from frees. They've got 5 anyway in that first half of extra time, compared to Tipperary's 4. So Clare lead 223 to 222. Again, Tipperary looking to win 3 in a row at this grade for the first time since the under-21s did it back in 1985. Ken was a part of the 1983 and 1984 teams. And now Tipperary looking to bridge a 41-year gap for Clare. They're looking for their 5th ever title, their first since 2014. And they're looking to get over the line. And
they had a marvellous record at that under-21 level as well, and these are 2 really top-class teams, and Tip, Jamie Ormond, it's like a shot of a gun.
Yeah.
The scores he's getting there, it's unbelievable, but all to play for here. To be fair to both teams, we'd hate to see it go into to penalties because it's a lottery then. But this is it could look likely, Paul, at this stage.
Well, we've 10 minutes to go. 1 point separates the teams. And we're certainly under the lights now. We were wondering at half-time, a normal time, were they on or not? Well, we can tell for certain that they're on now, as the shadows from all the players extend out at all angles away from them. But a big 10 minutes to come. Munster under-20 hurling final. Tipperary down by 1 as the second half of extra time is about to begin. Tipperary are going to be playing from left to right, down towards the city end with Thomond Park in the back. Ewan Murray has had to come off, Ken. He has ran his race and he's given his all, and he's had an amazing game for Tipperary.
Yeah, and
I think Sam Rowan is back out there, is it?
Sam Rowan back down at 6. Sam, a very good hurler, tends to foul a little bit, so we just hopefully Sam will, he's had outstanding hurler with Mullinholm and Tipperary, and hopefully he'll no stranger to 6. He started at 6 in the championship, so hopefully Sam will do the business for us.
So ready to go for the second half. Tip playing from left to right in their traditional blue and gold. Cork playing from right to left in their traditional yellow and blue jerseys, and the ball has been thrown in, and it's Owen Duhan to win it for Tipperary. Gets a hand pass back towards Sam Rowan for his shoulder. He's just going to hit it into space, but it's into nowhere in particular, and it's into a space occupied by Clare's number 17, Graham Ball. He gets it and just launches it long into the full forward line, looking for big Thomas O'Connor, and the big man has it, trying to get away from his man. He's playing with an advantage, and it's a free in for Clare. I'm not sure what the advantage was for there, but it's another free for Clare.
Yeah, I give up, Paul. I give up.
So, Fred Hegarty.
I see the frustration of the Tipperary management down here on the sideline. It's absolutely cruel.
Yeah, it's frustrating to say the least, but it's going to be another free for Fred Hegarty, and he'll go through his routine, and it's just inside the edge of the D, and it should be a handy one for the Clare man, who has scored 113 here tonight. I'd say probably 110 of that has been from place balls, I would say, at least.
And he has another one to make it 111.
And over the bar it goes from Fred Hegarty. So 2:24 to 2:22, 60 seconds into the second half of extra time. Your coverage here on Tipp FM of this Munster U20 Hurling Final is with thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre. Puck out goes long, it breaks off Owen Dohan, and David Costigan has it. Costigan now on the run, manages to strike away. What a score that is from David Costigan, his third of the night. Tipperary preparing Jack Hayes to enter the fray, but it's back to a 1-point game. Clare lead 2:24 to 2:23.
Yeah, wonderful score by Costigan, keeping us in the game.
So Mark Sheedy surveying his options from the puck out. Down to our right hand side, the City end goals. He goes long over to the far side of the field, to the uncovered stand side, and it's broken off to a Clare man, and they go long into the full forward line. Cathal O'Reilly gets a flick on it, but it breaks favourably to Mark O'Cleary, but for some brilliant defending by Cathal O'Reilly. He's still defending well, he kicks it away from danger. Thomas O'Connor has it for Clare. He's hit it to the right and wide, just a sixth wide of the game for Clare. Puck out is taken quickly and launched long by Jake Donlan Houlihan, looking for Cormac Fitzpatrick, but it's straight to a Clare man, Matthew O'Halloran, and Clare work it through the hands, and they have three men in around the middle of the field. One of them is Ronan Kilroy. His shot is to the right and wide. Looked a tired strike from the man who's got through a lot of work. And now Tipperary are introducing number 21 Jack Hayes of Moycarkey Burris. He's coming on for Charlie Ryan. Yeah,
Charlie's spun out at this stage as well. Tremendous contribution to this year's championship. Hopefully he'll live to play in another game. Great effort by Charlie Ryan and some super scores. Cormac Fitzpatrick seems to be going to the middle of the field. Gunning, the captain, is following him.
So big puck out comes from Paddy McCormick down on top of big David Costigan, and it breaks off the big man towards Stephen Tobin. Can't get it in his possession, first time of asking. Costigan is trying to get it off the surface. Stephen Tobin is cramping now, and he needs assistance from a physio. The ball is still breaking around the Clare 45 right down below us, as we look to see, and it is Jack Hayes to win it for Tipperary. Gets a hand pass away to Jamie Ormond. He plays a clever ball forward towards Jack Hayes, and it's knocked out over the sideline by the Clare defender. Line ball coming for Tipperary, but Stephen Tobin now, Ken, suffering with the effects of cramp. I'm wondering, do Tipperary have a sub they can bring on? Is Clare about to introduce one?
Robbie Ryan is coming back out there, and he's gone back in now again.
Clare are introducing the substitution. Off comes their captain, Owen Gunning, and he limps off with cramp as well, and on comes number 23 Darren Neville. So it's a real chance for Oisin O'Donoghue now from the sideline. He gets a good cut on it. It's just going to be to the right and wide though. 20 wides on the night for Tipperary, as it's 2:24 to 2:23, 4 minutes into the second half of extra time. Puck out goes long. It's caught by the man who's just on the field. Gets a hand pass away towards Mark O'Cleary on the sideline on the far side of the field. He gets a hand pass away, but straight to a Tipperary man, but Cormac Fitzpatrick just slips as the ball comes into his possession. The ball is halfway between the two 65s over on the far sideline, as both sets of players are giving everything to try and keep the ball alive. Adam Ryan has won it for Tipperary. Launches it towards the edge of the square. Oisin O'Donoghue is there for Tipperary. It breaks in behind. Jack Hayes is there for Tipperary. Oh, he's hooked brilliantly from behind by Matthew O'Halloran. That was a big chance, and away comes Clare through Jamie Moylan. Has he charged with the ball? No, says the referee. And now Jamie Moylan goes on the run. He's from 165 to the other, now 145 to the other. Flicks it forward to Darren Neville, who's just on the field. He's out on the sideline, out by the 45. He's going to have a crack at a wonder score. He's hit it across the face of the goals,
still in play,
and Paddy McCormick is going to keep it in play, looking out the field to see if anything is on. He's just going to launch it down the field. Nothing was on short, so he just had to hit it long, but he's hit it straight to a Clare man, and that's Graham Ball. He plays it across his own 45 to a teammate over on the far side of the field, who spins out of a tackle, gets it away now to James Hegarty. Hegarty floats a lovely pass forward towards Fred Hegarty. Fred is out on the sideline inside the 45. He's half hooked as he's striking, and it's gone across the face of the goals and wide. As Brendan Cummins pushes all his players to go forward. Puck out goes short to the left corner back. On this occasion is Sam Rowan. Opens up the shoulders. 5.5 minutes into second half extra time. Looked a clear push from Matthew O'Halloran. The referee isn't interested, and away comes Clare with the ball through Darren Neville. They get it off now to number 20 who's on the field. That's Jack Meskel. He runs in and he gets called for charging, and it's a free for Tipperary, but they'll feel they should have had a free on the other 45 rather than their own 45, Ken.
Yeah, he's making up here, coming as he goes along. He makes up the frees.
It was so obvious, and he's laughing with Jamie Ormond as Jamie Ormond pleads his case. It was one of those ones, a high ball coming down, and the corner back with two hands on his hurley just pushes at the back of the forward. But now it's taken this free. It looks like it is who's over this, Jake Donlan Houlihan on his own 45. 6 minutes 10 seconds into the second half of extra time. Tip are down by 1, 224 to 223. Big long ball towards the edge of the 14, and it's brilliantly caught out of the sky by Robert Loftus, and away comes the Clare man, but he loses possession. But unfortunately for him, it breaks towards a Clare man, and away come the banner now on this near side out of their own defence. Jack Meskel has it, hits it completely as the ball goes up into the sky towards Sam Rowan. He has it now as he been fouled, gets a hand pass away to Patrick Ryan. Patrick Ryan trying to free himself, gets it away to Stephen Tobin. Tobin is blocked down, and it's going to be a line ball for Tipperary between the 265s. A brilliant block down over there by Ronan Kilroy, who I thought was replaced. No, he's still down there.
Take your time, Stephen. Get space. You need to get space. You hear the Clare roar now.
Yeah, Stephen Tobin is looking back the field, and now he's looking up the field. Takes this on his left, plays it down the line, and it's gone to a Tipperary man. It's Patrick Ryan. Lovely dummy, gets it off to Owen Duhan. Shooting chance from the sideline. Owen Duhan has put it over the bar. What a score from the Nina Harty Cup captain. His first of the night, and now we're level. 2:24 apiece. Clare puck out to come on the far side of the field. Finds Graham Ball. The wing back gives it off to the centre back. That is James Hegarty. He plays it into the full forward line, looking for Thomas O'Connor. It's gone in over his head. It's a foot race for possession. Tipperary's David Ryan is first to the ball. He gets it and can only clear it out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball in for Clare on the 45, and they're introducing a substitution. Off goes Marco Cleary, and on comes number 19, Sean Boyce.
Yeah, that ball should have been recycled, Paul. That shouldn't have went out over the line. There was 3 players inside available for Tipperary. Obviously tired bodies, tired heads, tired minds, but again, we've got to keep the show going. Hegarty, number 6, is a big threat for Clare because he's orchestrating everything, and he's on his own at the moment. I don't like to see their best player at 6th on his own.
So it's going to be a line ball for Clare on their Tipperary 45. We have less than 2 minutes to go. Fred Hegarty lining up to have a crack at this, and he gets a brilliant cut. It's curling too much. It might stay in play though, and it's going to bounce towards the end line and is going to stay in play. Clare have it now, and it's going to be a shot over the shoulder by number 22, wide. And it has gone wide.
Take your time, Paddy. Get length, Paddy. Watch Hegarty. Keep it away from him.
Paddy McCormack has been told to just slow it down. Instead, he hits it straight towards Oisin O'Donoghue. Has he been fouled? Yes, says the referee. And it's going to be a free in. Stephen Tobin wanted play to continue.
All right, Cormac, cool head here.
Cormac Fitzpatrick has a free. We're 78 minutes 53 seconds into this game. 9 minutes gone now in the second half of extra time. We're level, 2:24 apiece. The free is on the 65, and it's halfway between the middle of the field and this near side. Looking over his right shoulder, his back is to us, and the number 15 jersey is Cormac Fitzpatrick. He's going through his routine. He's looking down towards the Thomond end side of the field. He strikes it off the post. It comes off the post, and Tipperary didn't have anyone there. Mark Sheedy comes out with the ball and wins a free for Clare, and that just might be the moment for Tipperary. They hit the post
long
from the free.
Coming from Sheedy.
30 seconds to go, we're level. Mark Sheedy with the free goes long to the far side of the field. Nearly a sensational catch, but Owen Duhan wins it back for Tipperary. Jake Donnellan-Hulen clears his lines up to the forwards. Can Tipperary win this ball? Oisin O'Donoghue is battling for possession over there. Is he fouled? No, says the referee. The ball is still on the ground. Graham Ball has it for Clare. He breaks out of defence, gets his pass away to number 23, Darren Neville. Neville on the run on the far side of the field. We're going to have 1 additional minute, and he's had the ball flicked off his hurley by Stephen Tobin.
Great work by Tobin. Like to get back there, Lord.
Now Tip need to pick up the line ball for Clare between the 265s on the far side of the field, as Brendan Cummins is trying to orchestrate his men to pick up every free man that they possibly can. The line ball is a brilliant one, all the way to the Tipperary 21. Battling for the ball over there is Adam Ryan, and coming out with the ball for Tipperary is Jake Donnellan-Hulen. Breaks through a couple of tackles.
Well done, Jake.
His out ball, it's 1v1 now inside the 45. Is that a foul? No, says the referee, and Jamie Ormond misses out on the ball, and away comes Matthew O'Halloran. He clears it long down the line looking for Thomas O'Connor, and it comes off him, and it's going to be a Tipperary ball. And Ken, we are 10 seconds away from a penalty shootout.
Yeah, I'm disappointed about that for both teams, you know. And he's definitely going to blow it up now. He's definitely going to blow it up because obviously there's a delay. He's not going to allow it to be hit.
So line ball to be taken by Sam Rowan.
His hands on his hips. He has his hands on his hips. He's just going to blow it up.
So it looks like we're heading to penalties once Jake Donlan-Hoolan strikes this line ball. And that is going to be that. We are going to penalties in the Munster U20 Hurling Final. Incredible drama. Tipperary and Clare played out a penalty shootout in the Munster Minor Final not too long ago, about 3 years ago. And now it looks like we're heading to penalties. There's a lot of handshaking going on with the referee. I'm nearly sure it is going to penalties, Ken. Yeah, it looks like just by the body language of the players, they're preparing themselves.
It's just not the same as other sports, Paul, you know. Whoever wins it, there'll be a sense of, you know, what happened or what could have happened, and it's a strange ending to a hurling game. It's just not for me. Maybe I'm a total conservative, but it's just not for me, penalties, you know.
I have voiced my opinion on penalties before. I'd typically be a fan of the drama, but now that Tipperary are in one, I'm not sure I want this drama, but we are going to a penalty shootout. Tipperary against Clare. They finished at 2:24 apiece, and they're entertaining the nation now, Ken. This game is also on TV, and I'm sure everyone will love to tune in for the drama. But what can we say about that extra time period, Ken? It started at 2:18 apiece, it finishes at 2:24 apiece, but I suppose the key score for Tipperary was that brilliant point from Owen Duhan out on the sideline between the 45 and the 21.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, and also an expert penalty taker, by the way. So hopefully this is where Paddy McCormack and young Sheedy come into play as well for Clare. So we'll see how things work out for us.
Yeah, Mark Sheedy, and very, very good goalkeeper. Likewise, Paddy McCormack. Paddy McCormack has saved a penalty in this championship, Ken. That was against, was it against Cork on the first night? I'm not too sure. But again, Tip could have had a free at the end there, Jamie Ormond, and they could have had a free from that puck out that Matthew O'Halloran fouled Jamie Ormond on as well. But all that's in the past now, and they're going to have a free now. They're going to have a penalty, and it's going to have a big penalty shootout with Clare. And what do you even say, Ken? I'm not sure if you've been involved with penalty shootouts in the game.
No, that's that's not my forte. I wouldn't mind being in the goals for one, but to be orchestrated.
Yeah, because it is a chance for a goalkeeper to kind of be the hero, I suppose. You're not expected to save any penalty, really.
Nothing to lose. It's like playing seven-a-side, you know.
Yeah.
You get loads of ball and you get hit at it and you look good. But
looks like Cormac McGrath having a few words. I believe it is down there. No, it's not Cormac. Having a few words with Paddy McCormack down there. Tipperary backroom team and players huddled up now on the 65. Clare down to our left hand side are huddled up having a chat as well. And the players, unlike soccer where it keeps going between every player, in hurling you pick your 5 players to take the penalties and it cycles through them as long as it needs to. Brendan Cummins having a few words. Love to know what he's saying down there. He's really animated down there talking to his players. Both sets of teams, or both sets of players, Ken, an absolute Trojan effort here.
Yeah, an outstanding goalkeeper himself, Brendan. He'd have revelled in this goalkeeping situation. I'm sure he's done a lot of work with Patrick and young Dara Hayes as well, you know. So here we go. Clare obviously getting involved as well. They have their huddle. You know, it's going to be really tough, even though conditions were so wet, Paul.
Yeah.
You know, the teams turned on a sensational performance, 2:24 each, and Clare had the wides in the second half. We did a huge amount of wides in the first half, but I suppose things even it up. So Shane Cleary there outstanding again tonight, Charlie Ryan, but we have Owen Duhan on the pitch now.
It looks like Owen Duhan, Jamie Ormond,
Ocean Donoghue,
Stephen Tobin and Cormac Fitz look like the penalty takers.
Cormac Fitz, Paddy McCormack wouldn't be no shy man to take a penalty himself, but I think it reverts then back again to the same guys if there's the status quo, you know.
That is correct. So, penalty shootout coming. Of course, the most famous penalty shootout in hurling history was held here in the Munster Senior Hurling Final of last year. So we're going to have
you
another.
won't want to remind Declan Hannon of that.
So, I'm trying to see who Clare have nominated. It looks like it is
Big
Fred
James
Hegarty anyway. James Hegarty as well.
Cousin.
Looks like Sean Arthur, is it? He's number 18. Yeah, he's going to take one. And they have 4 there at the minute.
usually a goalkeeper would revel in that situation, taking one as well. Paddy McCormick would never be shy of taking a shot. He's a great striker of a ball, but I think we have our nominated 5 and Paddy as goalkeeper.
So we went from a situation where we had however many thousand spectators for this game alongside 30 players. Well, you can add 20 players to that group of spectators because it's 5 each now from both teams.
Probably a few hundred Limerick people that said, geez, I'm going to go up to this to watch this live.
So it does look like we're going to be down at the city end, down to our right hand side, the one with Thomond Park in the distance in the background.
I have to mention Adam Ryan as well. He was absolutely outstanding there in the second half. I don't know how he didn't cramp. He won unbelievable ball, you know.
And a quick mention as well for Evan Morris. We talked a lot about Thomas O'Connor and his danger, his threat here tonight, Ken, but Evan Morris definitely done his bit in quenching that fire to some degree.
Without a shadow of a doubt, David Costigan, some sensational scores, and work rate was unbelievable as well, you know.
So here we go. Both sets of players are lined up down below us between the 65s and the 45s. Tipperary just down below us, Clare down to our left. So walking up for the first penalty is Fred Hegarty for Clare.
At least Paddy knows where he's going to hit it, because you know, usually if a free taker is confident hitting to that corner, he'll go for that corner again. I can't see him changing tack. I suppose my advice to goalkeepers would be to try and stand your ground, don't commit yourself. There could be an odd miss hit, you know, on a wet even, and tired bodies. So goalkeepers won't be tired, Paul. They will be fresh and hungry for action.
Clare's Mark Sheedy is also going to be taking a penalty. So very difficult, very nervy moments for those players as well, Ken, as you're waiting on the 65. And I kind of think they should nearly wait on the 45. It feels like the 65 is an awful long way from the 21 to walk in to gather your thoughts to take this penalty.
Yeah, no doubt. These are only kids, you know. These are the future of both counties, you know, and hats off to both teams. They're absolutely outstanding, absolutely brilliant.
So here we go, the drama of a penalty shootout. Munster U20 Hurling Final 2026 is going to be decided on penalties. Clare are going to take the first one. The sides finished 224 apiece on full time, and now we go to penalties. Fred Hegarty scored one in the second half of normal time, and now that was about an hour ago, and now he has another one. Down to our right hand side is where we're looking, folks, and he lines it up. Fred Hegarty, white helmet, yellow slitter placed on the ground, places a bit of grass into the air, goes through his routine. Crowd goes hush. He steps up, he strikes, and he puts it into the back of the net. Clare lead 1-0 in these penalty shootouts as we have the scoreboard changed down to our left-hand side.
And he didn't strike it as well as his first goal, you know, but it's just at this stage he had the chance and the opportunity to put it into the net. He's a good striker of a ball.
So now it's Oisín O'Donoghue for Tipperary. So he goes through his routine. He's taken on Mark Sheedy in the goals. O'Donoghue strikes, and a brilliant diving save by the Clare goalkeeper Mark Sheedy, diving to his right hand side, and a brilliant save, and Clare lead 1-0, and we're going to need Paddy McCormick to produce something or a Clare mistake.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the penalty from Oisín, just a brilliant save by the goalkeeper Mark Sheedy.
And Hegarty coming as well, you know. Hegarty, what an experienced player. Missed the early rounds of the championship, he's only back, but great hurler, and I'm sure a good striker of a ball as well, hitting off his left, I'm sure. Yeah, he's a All-Ireland minor winner of 2022. I feel like I'm the only person talking in the Gaelic Grounds now, as James Hegarty lines up this off his left. He's taking his time. He looks towards the goals. Now he lifts it. Now he strikes, and he puts it high into the left corner, and that is 2 from 2 for Clare. And it's getting towards must-score territory for Tipperary as Jamie Orman makes his way forward, and what a game he had. 1-5 in normal time. Things can twist and turn, you know, different individuals taking goals, chances. So Jamie, hopefully he'll get it, but still Tipper, you know, there's still 5 takers, so this is the second one for Tip.
Yeah, this is all completely new territory for all these players. You can judge them on what they did in 80 minutes of play. And here goes Jamie Orman now, striking this off his left. He lifts, he strikes, and he puts it into the back of the net. Tipperary are on the board in this penalty shootout. 2-1 now after 4 penalties, as Clare's goalkeeper Mark Sheedy is going to be the next
player
one.
Jamie Orman is. He's a definitely future senior. Absolutely brilliant all evening, and again, big time up for that penalty back of the net.
So here comes Clare goalkeeper Mark Sheedy, who would have had to just reduce his heart rate, I'm sure, after saving that penalty.
Just my instinct that he'll go to Paddy's left this time.
So let's see. It's Mark Sheedy, goalkeeper versus goalkeeper. And the Clare man takes his time in no rush as he lifts, as he strikes. Oh, and he puts it low into the corner. A brilliant penalty. Paddy McCormack was close to it, but over the bar or into the back of the net it goes. Low to Paddy McCormack's right. He dived the right way, but that was a very well struck penalty, Ken.
Yeah, great strike with penalty. Nothing we can say at the moment. They were all well executed.
So Cormac Fitzpatrick is next up for Tipperary. He has the ball placed as he goes through his routine. The drum and inch man rises, strikes, and it's another brilliant diving save from Mark Sheedy. He dived to his right hand side, kept it out, the ball spun on the ground and hit the post, and it looks like now it's a big time advantage for Clare.
Yeah, when your luck is in, your luck is in, as you well know.
And now it's Sean Arthur coming up.
Imagine hitting the post, like it spun and hit the post and came back out.
Yeah, brilliant save by Mark Sheedy to his right hand side. It came off his hurley, spun on the ground, hit the post, and now it's Sean Arthur, number 18 on his back, coming up to take this penalty. If this goes in, Tip are really on the back foot now. He lifts, he strikes, and it's saved by Paddy McCormack. Paddy McCormack keeps Tipperary in it. He's saved it now, and that means the next tip man is Stephen Tobin coming up. The score is 3-1, and now Stephen Tobin has to score this penalty. Simple as that. Stephen Tobin has to score this, or else Clare will be Munster Under-20 Hurling champions. Paddy McCormack has done the best he can. Stephen Tobin 1-3 from play in this game. He's had a fine performance once again. And I remember underage again next year at this grade is Stephen Tobin. So here he goes, rubbing his hands together, standing over the ball, going through his routine. Lifts the ball high, strikes it low, and puts it into the back of the net. Stephen Tobin puts Tipperary back in contention, but now it's all down to this penalty. If Clare can score it, they win the game, and it's looks like number 10, Ronan Kilroy, is coming up to take this potential Munster final winning penalty for Clare. Down in the city end, he's been given the ball by his goalkeeper, Mark Sheedy. Ronan Kilroy, 2 points in the game, fielded some brilliant catches, particularly in the first half, and now he has a chance to win the Munster final. Ken, huge moment here.
Yeah, and all these players are tired, remember.
So here goes Ronan Kilroy, standing over the ball, goes through his routine. He lifts it, he strikes it, it's saved by Paddy McCormack. He keeps it out for the second time in a row. Paddy McCormack keeps Tipperary in it, and now it's Owen Duhan, his Moneygall teammate, clubmate, coming up with the chance to send it to sudden death. This has to go into the back of the net, remember, to send it to sudden death. What is going to happen in this dramatic of dramatic games here in the Gaelic Grounds? Here goes Owen Duhan. Ball placed on the ground, steps back from it, walks into it, rises it in front of him, strikes it, and into the back of the net.
Yes.
We go to sudden death. Incredible drama here as number 18, Owen Duhan, puts it into the back of the net. And listen to the tip chance now, folks. Incredible drama, Ken Hogan.
Incredible drama. Sudden death means the first guy that misses it, or the
each team will get one each.
Yeah, and that's the way it works out. Hegarty, will he put in the same corner again? This
is his third penalty. Paddy McCormack is pointing. Paddy McCormack is pointing at that corner, just goading Fred Hegarty to go for it. So let's see what happens. Fred Hegarty, his third penalty of the night. He lifts, he strikes, and he puts it into that corner again, expertly so, I may add. And that's pressure back on Stephen Tobin for Tipperary.
So you can change around the system of...
You can change around the order, it looks like, for the second goal. So Stephen Tobin comes up, has to score again. Mark Sheedy in the goals. He's stopped 2. Paddy McCormack has stopped 2. Stephen Tobin now comes up again, has to score, or else Clare are Munster Under-20 Hurling champions. So the crowd goes hush again. Stephen goes through his routine, takes his time standing directly over the ball. Mark Sheedy bounces on his goal line. Stephen Tobin lifts it high, strikes it high, and what a save from Mark Sheedy. An incredible save by the Clare goalkeeper, and Clare are the Munster Under-20 hurling champions for 2026. It was high into the top right corner, and Mark Sheedy threw his body across the goals and kept it out. A brilliant save, and that is the end of this incredibly dramatic game. Clare, for the 5th time ever, are the Munster U20 Hurling champions. And Ken, incredible drama and some brilliant stops on the line there from Mark Sheedy. But what a game for both sets of players.
Yeah, he'll win to that. But fair play to Sheedy. Wonderful save. No fault to Stephen Tobin. A great shot, a brilliant shot. But Clare, what a well thought out game. Pity it had to go to that situation. I'm not a fan of it. I'm proclaiming that for a long time now. But having said that, Sheedy made a wonderful save, and good luck to Clare. They have battled with Tip at colleges level, at minor level, right through. So in that scenario, we'll take it from there.
Yeah, so it finished 2:18 apiece after normal time, 2:24 apiece after extra time, and now it's finished 4 penalties to 3 to Clare. They are the Munster U20 Hurling champions. There's no villains, no scapegoats here. It is just an incredible couple of saves from Mark Sheedy. Paddy McCormack done his part as well. Stephen Tobin stepped up and nailed a penalty when Tipperary needed it. He nailed another one there, but it was matched by a brilliant save from the Clare goalkeeper, and Clare are the Munster champions. A game of incredible drama. I don't even know what time of the evening it is now. It's 7 minutes to 10. 7:35 this game started. It ends at 21:53. But Ken, what can you say? How would you sum up what we've seen in these last 2 hours and 15 minutes or so?
We're after seeing a few marvellous years of dominance from Tipperary at minor and under 20 level, and it went to extra time. Players cramped, players had to go off, players came on. Some great individual battles. Clare have been around for a while, but this Tip team have given us massive entertainment, and the Jamie Ormans of this world, Ewan Murrays of this world, we'll see again. Stephen Tobin, no fault. He scored a goal, a goal for the ages in the second half. Wonderful goal. The Clare supporters will make themselves heard, but above all, I think we hats off to that Tipperary team. Huge pride in their performance and no honour lost in defeat.
Yeah, probably you could argue their best performance of this campaign, given the opposition, given the time of the tournament, and they put in a big game. But Ken, when I think they'll sit back and look back on this game, that first half, 13 wides in the first half, was arguably the winning and losing of the game.
Yeah, huge amount of wides.
20 in total.
A lot of controversial decisions as well. But having said that, we've got to say well done to Clare. We wish them very well representing the province as Munster champions. We can't quibble with that. We will be disappointed, but this team for the last 4 or 5 years have given us unbelievable days out, brilliant victories, and I think and another learning curve as well, and I think a lot of these guys will go on to represent Tipperary at senior level. They have pedigree, they have character, but above all they're proud Tipperary men, and there's no honour lost tonight. Simply tremendous game right through, and fair play to Clare. We wish them all the very best going forward.
Yeah, they go into the All-Ireland final now on the June bank holiday weekend, so May 30th, May 31st. Goals in the game, Stephen Tobin with 1-3, 1-5 from Jamie Ormond in a really good performance from him. For Clare, their goals came from the penalty spot from Fred Hegarty, and Mark O'Cleary got a goal 7 seconds into the second half of normal time. So an incredible game, incredible drama. The field is full of supporters complimenting both sets of players on what was in a very entertaining game. Ken, you've worked overtime here tonight. Many thanks to you. You'll be back with me on Friday evening. We have a Munster minor hurling final to come. That is on in FBD Semple Stadium, 7 o'clock on Friday evening. Tipperary against Limerick in that one. And of course we have live coverage of the Munster senior camogie final on Saturday at 4:45, and then we'll have live coverage of Tip and Clare at 7 o'clock in Semple Stadium, the Munster Senior Hurling Championship on Saturday evening. So the sport is just starting here on what is a busy week of it in Tipperary, but unfortunately it has come to an end for the Tipperary under-20 hurlers for 2026. They have lost out full time after extra time. Final score was 224 to 224, but after penalties, Clare are Munster champions. They win the penalty shootout 4-3. Finally, many thanks to Clonmel Kitchen and Bedroom Centre. I've been Paul Carroll. Many thanks to Ken Hogan. Good luck and God bless.